Thank you. Just copy and paste me one of these dice, Matt.
I have no idea how to do that, mate.
Right-click, copy, and then just Control-V to paste.
Wait, what are these secrets? How do they work?
They're secret.
So secrets are just additional things that make your character special. So you are Naomi.
Yep.
Your secret of destruction. You can break things with your bare hands. Like, you can try to punch through doors or thin walls. You've also got secret of the bodyguard. So you've learned some fancy bodyguard, I don't know, kung fu. So once per session, you can reroll a failure when protecting someone.
Okay.
I look forward to listening to Liddy's best Naomi voice.
And also, guys, so what happens when you
I'm not gonna even try.
What happens when you oh, my brain is gonna kick in. When you roll your dice, you'll be going for a threshold. So you'll want 4 successes or 5 successes. A success is 4 above on a 1d6. So if you're rolling 5 dice and you get 3 4s, then that's 3 successes. For example.
Yep, let's just start. It'll be easier to show people once I actually see it in action.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay,
Set the
so
scene.
A summary. Lady Blackbird, otherwise known as Natasha Siri, but going under the pseudonym Lady Blackbird, is on the run from an arranged marriage to Count Carlo. She hired the smuggler skyship The Owl to take her from her palace on the imperial world of Elysium to the far reaches of the Remnant, so she could be with her once secret lover, the pirate Uraf Flint. However, just before reaching the halfway point of Haven, the Owl was pursued and captured by the imperial cruiser Hand of Sorrow under charges of flying a false flag. Even now, Lady Blackbird, her bodyguard, and the crew of the Owl are detained in the brig, while the commander of the cruiser, Captain Hollas, runs the smuggler ship's registry over the wireless. It's only a matter of time before they discover the outstanding warrants and learn that the Owl is owned by none other than the infamous outcast, Cyrus Vance. So, the 5 of you find yourselves of the Hand of Sorrow. It's quite a small, steel room. There's only a few benches on the sides of the walls. There's only one door going into this room. There are no windows, of course, it being inside an Imperial cruiser. And the door's locked. And you guys are currently trapped. Your ship was boarded, so it's currently within the holding, the docking port of the Hand of Sorrow. What are you going to do?
Vance, what do we do?
We're going to have to get out of this place.
Yes, but how?
I can't help her.
Anybody good with pick locks or locking picks or something?
I don't know. Did they frisk us, Matt, or not?
They would have given you a general frisk, yeah.
Can I make a roll to see if I secreted like a set of lockpicks upon my person?
No. You are generally good at concealing things, so I will accept that you've probably got a bobby pin at the back of there somewhere.
Milady, I steal a bobby pin out of Lady Blackbird's hair.
Don't touch my hair, bitch.
Wow.
You heard, lady. Don't touch her hair.
Ruining my disguise.
What?
You're disguised?
According to this thing, I'm disguised as a common person.
Yes. The question is, do the crew of the Owl know that?
I assumed they did.
I know nothing. I'm Jon Snow.
I know. I'm completely thought by her, so I know everything.
Okay. All
watching
right.
her.
Let me try and see if I can jimmy the lock on this thing.
Yes.
Okay. So, dexterous, lockpicks, quiet, escape, sleight of hand. I reckon would be the ones that would apply. Yeah.
So you're picking a lock. Let's go like this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do this fast at least for now. But you're picking the lock. Burglary is a trait that applies. So you start off with 1d6. You get a 1d6 for that. Mm-hmm. Tricky also applies. So you get another d6 for that. Mechanic, because it's a mechanical lock, probably also applies. We can say. Now under burglar, you've got the locks tag, so it's another d6. you've got the then under tricky, you've got the escape tag.
What
Another
about
D6.
dexterous?
Where is dexterous?
Burglar.
Yep, I would agree with that. Another D6. And then under mechanics, you've got sabotage, which is essentially, if you think about it, what you're trying to do to a lock.
Okay.
Now the difficulty of this test, because this is a difficult test, so you need 3 successes to make it.
Boom. 1, 2, 3. 4.
4 successes. So, leaning against the door, huddled there, you pull out a bobby pin that you secreted upon your person, or you stole from the good Lady Blackbird. And after a couple of minutes of fiddling and a few quiet curses to yourself, everyone else suddenly hears this thunk as you get the lock.
Whoops.
The door is now unlocked.
Yep.
Okay, so
Naomi, you take point.
Not bad at all.
Fuck everybody up that's gonna fuck with us.
sorry, Matt, how does my magic work? Is it just the same thing in all the tests? See what happens.
Yeah, except you can only use one of those tags at a time, and then it's pretty much going to be doing what the tag says.
Cool.
So yeah.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing? You guys are going to
Okay,
do what?
let's do this quietly. Naomi, sneak a peek.
All right. Sneak a peek. Okay.
Okay. Well,
I guess I'm sneaking a peek through the now open door.
Well, you kind
I
of
did pull
push
it
the
open.
door open slightly and you poke your head out, and you can see that in the brig, it looks like there's this long corridor that has a number of different like lock-up doors in it. There's nothing on one end of the corridor, but on the far end of the corridor, you can see what looks like a normal porthole door.
We
There's
need to
no one
find our
here at the
stuff.
moment. There's some lights on, but you don't see any guards. Guards
need-
standing outside at the moment.
We need to find where they kept stashed our stuff. I want my
I don't
stuff
think
back.
it's on the ship, I imagine.
When we got captured, I'm talking about the stuff we got on us.
Like what?
My guns and my sword.
You had a
You guys were picked up in a ship. Your ship was stocked, so I don't know if you would have been packing all of your heat.
Yeah, I keep my fucking sword and my guns on my person all the times.
Okay, look. Okay, look, I don't know if that's a good idea, because we have no idea of the layout of their ship.
If only there was someone with experience with Imperial warships.
If only.
I'm kind of familiar with this kind of ship.
Okay, so where are we going?
Well, I'm pretty sure that it shouldn't be that far off, but no. Okay, I'm not really. Yeah. Wow.
Make something up.
Just make something up. Okay. I'm pretty sure that they keep the things that they take off the prisoners or they put in the brick. I'm pretty sure they keep it in the locked room nearby.
Yes, you are correct. Knowing Imperial warships as you do, you know that generally near the brig there's a lockup room where they'll lock away any confiscated items of contraband that aren't considered incredibly dangerous or very, very illegal. So it should be nearby.
Well, either way, boss.
I lead the way where I think it is.
So
find
are
that
you
door,
guys,
right?
are you guys going to sneak?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're sneaky breaky.
Well, I'm willing to let one person roll for sneak. One person is going to be the person that leads, because this is not you all trying to be super stealthy. It's more about knowing which corridors to go down and avoiding any patrols. So one person can roll for sneak.
I am pretty good with the sneaking. I got the deception and the sneak and the hide and the camouflage.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so it starts out, you got your 1d6. In terms of traits, you've got ex-Imperial Soldier, which is another d6. Smuggler, which is another d6. Under Smuggler, you've got Sneak. And I would probably say Navigation, because you're trying to find out where you're going, so another d6. Under Imperial Soldier, you've got Imperial Warships, so you probably know where you're going most of the time. So that's another d6. So in total, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 d6.
Okay.
You're gonna want. This is a difficult test, so you're gonna need to get 3 or above.
Okay.
50% chance.
There he goes.
Whoa!
75%
Well,
chance.
I tell you, you got everyone kind of follows behind Cyrus Vance as he sneaks down the corridor. You see, stick your head out. He sticks his head out. He looks around. There's no one in the corridor. He leads you through a few corridors, listening out for patrols. You kind of hide against walls when you see patrols walking past, but no one goes through the corridors he takes you through. He seems to know exactly where a patrol would normally be walking and what the main corridors might be. Eventually, you find yourself at a small room where you can see a whole lot of lockers have been set up. Like grill mesh lockers. You can actually see some of your personal belongings on the shelves behind those lockers. The only difficulty, of course, is that this is kind of like a lock room and the admin area for the brig. So currently, if you look in the door, you'll see the lockers are on the far side of this room. And then there's a desk against the wall where someone's working, looking in the opposite direction, but you can see a man sitting there taking notes, writing a report of some kind, this large, burly sailor-type soldier. And then on a chair next to him is another soldier that's currently asleep. You can hear him snoring. They both look fairly relaxed.
Can
But
we
yeah.
do like make a sound that's not that loud that will make up the other guy, but will make the other guy go check and we'll ambush him?
You know, dum-dums. I can actually look like anything, being that I'm a goblin. That's why I can sound so buttery smooth in my voice. That's a key, by the way, right there. If we can manage to get a uniform, I can and will look exactly like these fools here.
You just have to get rid of the guy who's awake. You know, the sleeping guy who can always like quietly dispose.
Anybody else got some ideas?
Have we seen anybody on this ship besides our captors?
Well, you've seen some patrols walk past as you've been sneaking around, but no, you haven't actually seen anyone specifically. You do hear the general noise. You know this is a large, busy ship. It's just that the brig's normally down in the the brig is normally not a major thoroughfare area.
Lady Natasha?
Yo, you get me some clothes, I can just sneak in there and fool these motherfuckers.
The lady always had a way with words.
Yo, I'm in disguise. As a commoner. I'm down with the youth.
He has a common mouth now.
She's speaking with the common tone.
Yes. Couldn't you...
She has such a lovely common
I
mouth.
waggle my finger to indicate magic. Something to lure them out.
Yo, I ain't got no idea how magic works, but it says I can fly, so I'm gonna start flying.
Sorry, no. If it's in brackets,
How does magic
don't
work?
have that
I don't
yet.
fucking know.
Oh, magic. So you can try and do something based on the tags you have, and then you just roll for it, depending on its difficulty.
None of that shit's gonna help here.
Could it make like a small sound, like a small thunderclap, or I don't know, a flash of light, or something to attract the guy that's awake?
You know, I don't know how it is for you humans.
Would that guy come check out the cell if...
How bad does this goblin guy smell?
No, he smells pretty go-ish, but it's not as bad as you would expect.
Aww.
You know, I don't know how things are for you dumb humans, but I imagine you use your eyeballs for most of your ways around things. You could just turn the lights off. Just saying.
Are there lights to turn off? Is it even electricity?
Yeah, no, this is an industrial... This is like a... Think of this as a giant... It's almost like a starship, except it's not floating in space. So it's giant, it's metal. It's currently like you're inside the middle of an aircraft carrier at the moment. So there are lights and everything like that.
I just reach around the corner and flick the light switch off. Pull my hand out again.
Bloody hell! What's that?
I heard. Did I hear any voices of anybody walking around? Maybe our jailer.
No. It's pretend. You think that it might be the guys in here that are the jailers, but you haven't heard anyone come and check on you, recently.
Yo, can I, when they come to look at the lights, can I sneak in and like use my lightning to like taser this guy?
Taser spell.
Yeah, you could try.
I have night vision, so couldn't I just walk around and go to what we need to go to?
Shh, he's coming.
So you hear this man get up, curse. He's like, bloody light bulbs. What's the problem now? Better not have fused. And he's walking across the room to the light switch that is just next to the door, where Kale switched it off.
Whatever you guys are doing, you better do it now.
What are you guys doing?
I wait for him to reach for the light switch, and then I grab him and taser him with my magic.
That sounds good. Okay, are you going to do that? Is that what you're doing?
I said that's what I'm doing.
That's great.
Taser his tits off.
Okay, well, we're going to roll then. You start 1d6. Then, which tags do you think are going to apply to this, Hippo?
Well, I'm being sneaky.
Master Sorcerer.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that's correct. That's one.
Spellcaster. Lightning.
Yeah.
Channeling. Stormblood.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that seems reasonable.
Blasting.
Blasting? No,
That's
he doesn't have that yet. If it's in square brackets, you guys don't have it yet.
Right.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 66.
Taser his tits off.
It's going to be difficult. So you want 3 successes.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3. You just reach around as this man as his hand is reaching towards the light switch. You grab you suddenly just reach around and grab his wrist, and you just hear him mutter, "Bloody hell, what the?" And it's like, you know, the old gah, electric soundy noise. As you suddenly just shock him. And what are you doing now?
Out of the way, dum-dum. I heard his...
Before it hits the ground.
Yes, before it hits the ground and drag him in and dispose of the guy.
What?
Take your mic out of the snowstorm.
What?
So is someone going to try and catch the body?
Yep.
I'll catch the body.
Okay, Snargle's going to try and catch the body.
Squish.
I lean over
Okay.
and whisper in thingy, the Russian pit fighter lady's ear. Go make sure the other guy doesn't wake up.
All right.
Sneakily.
Is the other one still? Did he just?
The other one is still asleep, but we're going to see now how Trashy does on successfully catching a body.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
so Trashy, tell me what traits you think are going to count here.
Steady. Maneuvering. Well, maybe not maneuvering.
No,
But steady.
those are piloting skills.
Yes, I know.
He's piloted a corpse.
Yes.
No.
Actually, no. Nothing I have would actually add a benefit.
Well, sly and sneaky would.
Okay.
And agile.
Agile. Yeah, I guess
So
that's
sly and sneaky would. So you've currently got 3d6. You can then add d6 from your personal dice pool.
Agile.
And other
good.
people can help you by giving you 1d6 of their dice pool if they wanted.
Have a
Okay,
dice.
so Griffey's giving you one of his dice. And Lady's helping you as well.
So we have a total of 7 dice of our
It
own
looks like it.
personal
Yes.
pool.
Whenever you hit one of your keys, you get a dice back.
Okay.
You're gonna have more than 10 dice.
Okay, so this is a success. 1, 2, yes, you have made it. You and Lady Griffey, you and Lady have each lost one of your dice from your dice pool, so you've got 6 now in total.
That's cool.
As this poor man suddenly slumps down, behind him, all of a sudden, Snargle just catches him and gently lowers him to the ground without waking up.
I would.
The man sleeping across the room.
I remember what he looks like. I take off his uniform and assume his form.
Yeah.
Warp shape. No?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to look like him. You don't have mimic shape, but you can make yourself look vaguely humanish.
Okay. As long as I can
You
look like
a generic soldier. You
Yes.
can't look like that soldier.
that's fine. As long as I can look like I belong on the ship in his uniform.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that.
There we go.
Just roll. You're going to need to roll to see if you can make yourself look marginally presentable.
All right. So that's going to be, let's see here, crafty.
Yeah, well, it'll be goblin. It'll be warp shape. It'll probably be sly and crafty, to be honest.
4.
Naomi, go put the other
And you
guy
get
down.
the generic 1d6 that you
Okay.
always get. So it's 1d5. It's 5 with 5 dice.
Okay.
This is an easy one because you're just trying to look like a generic.
Just a
person,
move.
so you get
Yeah.
2 successes.
I go and choke.
Did not succeed. Only got 1 success.
You're hideous.
Yep. Only got 1 success.
Yep.
You're a very large goblin wearing a suit.
But I just need to look like a generic person.
Yeah.
in a suit,
You kind of you messed it up.
Those melted statues of wax.
Trashy, you look like a non-generic person.
You're now standing there and you're looking like it, but I mean, your one arm is longer than the other. You're slightly hunchbacked. You can go around like this, but you don't look like the best and brightest that the Empire would hopefully stock their armies with.
Steal the other one's clothes and disguise myself up.
Well, the other one is still asleep, so but yeah, if you can get his clothes off while he's still
Oh, I
asleep.
thought he'd been choked out already.
Oh,
No,
no,
we
we haven't
wait
gotten
till-
to that point
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Go, Naomi, go.
Okay. Well, let me go.
I'm gonna go choke this fucker
Okay.
to death, obviously.
Sounds like your Saturday
Yeah.
night for you.
To death.
Hey, do we really need to kill him? We're just trying to leave.
I want to kill him.
Are you guys all comfortable with this random person just starting to murder people?
No.
Well, I mean, the other one's already fucking dead, so...
No, he is unconscious.
Oh. Well, this other one is gonna be dead.
I mean, I suppose we wouldn't know the difference between him choking somebody out and choking somebody to death.
Yo, maybe not kill him, because then they'd get blood everywhere. Maybe just, like, beat him till he's simple.
Well, I'm choking him, so there won't be any blood anyway.
Well, okay, just choke him till he's simple.
That's fine.
Fine. Let's just make sure he doesn't wake up. For a time.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So you're gonna try and choke him, then, are you?
Yes.
Fantastic. How are you? What tags do you think you have that actually apply? Great.
I'm gonna guess combat tested, brutal, living weapon, fast, hard. Is there anything else? Restrain. Technically, because I'm choking him.
Yep. Tough.
Carry doesn't really. No, carry doesn't really.
Tough.
Sneak. Well, not really. If I'm trying to be silent about it, I suppose. Tough. Endure.
Okay, so you're trying to be silent about it. Then I would say, ex-slave and ex-slave and sneaker would count. Bodyguard and restrain would count. But under pit fighter, I would only really say brutal and combat tested would count because you're not hitting him hard, you're not being fast. I mean, you're choking a man in his sleep. So I would screw the.
But restraining, that's choking.
4, 5, 6. So I'd say seven dice, and you need 3 successes here.
Okay.
Damn, dude.
I only needed 2, and I failed.
How did it work for a success again?
4 or higher on a dice.
4 or higher is a success.
Well, I have 5 successes.
So you guys just see Naomi she just slowly, quietly walks up to this man asleep, and just suddenly grabs him around the throat with her one hand. As his eyes shoot open, he can barely say anything because she's already holding onto his throat. She grabs his arms and kind of pins them against him so he can't try to fight back or anything like that. And you just watch as she slowly chokes this man. Are you choking this man to death?
Oh, I want to make sure he doesn't wake up for a while.
Well, yeah. He's unconscious.
Yay.
Let's tie him up.
Like, oh, don't murder random people.
Let's tie him up. Well, if we kill them, they're gonna search extra hard for us. If we just tie him up and just leave him unconscious, we're not gonna make him too mad.
I look around the room. Is there anything shiny I can appropriate?
Not really, but you do see all of your stuff in the locked cabinets on the far side of the wall.
Yeah, I'll go get my 2 guns and my sword.
That's great. Do you know how to pick locks?
I frisk the guards for the key.
Ah, good call. Yes. You frisk the guards. You find a key on the poor man that was shocked. Tied to his belt.
Is there a quill or something in the room?
A what?
Like he was writing something, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, there's a
draw
quill
a dick
on
on
his
his
desk.
forehead.
You do what?
I draw a dick on his forehead on the guy that's passed out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do that.
Then I go unlock the cages.
That's fine.
I steal the other guy's clothes.
Okay, so you steal the clothes? And
I start flicking open cabinets. Is there anything in here that's not ours?
Yeah, there's a few. There's like odds and ends, but this is like the brig office room. It's not really full of gold or treasures of the Orient, you know.
Any drugs?
No, because they haven't really captured anyone for drug smuggling recently.
Diamond smuggling?
No.
Gold smuggling?
No.
That just mean that didn't catch my stash.
Except for Iron Stash. Iron Stash of drugs is in the cupboard.
I pocket it.
Hey,
Sneakily.
it's mine!
Oh, damn, Captain, looks like they took your drugs.
Okay, well, you guys have now got your things back. What is your plan?
So, Captain, how are we getting out of here?
And now we follow the ship to the bay. We're probably going to find our ship, right?
Yep, probably. I mean, you should. The docking bay is probably the most logical place to try and head towards.
Okay, we need to hide these guys so they won't find them quickly and raise the alarms.
Put
Can
them
we,
in the
like-
lockers.
Yeah, can we stash them in the lockers?
Yeah, you kind of like stand them up. I mean, they're going to be quite stiff in the morning, but
Yeah, fuck
you
that.
stash them in. Lady Blackbird, what are you doing with the uniform?
Wearing it.
So you're just go, okay, we'll just get changed in front of everyone, that's fine.
I find a curtain to hide behind.
Fantastic.
I got a creepy stare looking at her.
I vomit a little in my mouth.
I give a light love tap to his chin. For staring.
My creepy stare is sneaky, though. You couldn't see it.
A
I
sneaky,
see.
creepy stare. Oh no,
Sneaky,
the worst
creepy
kind.
stare.
Okay. Well, you guys then decide to try and sneak towards the docking bay. Ian, I'm going to need you to, if you guys want to carry on sneaking, to try and lead them there.
Yep. So I got my Imperial warships.
Yep. So you've got the Imperial Soldier, which is one. You've got the Imperial Warships, which is one.
I got Sneak and Hide.
You've got the Smuggler, which is one, and Sneak, which is one. Not really Hide, but Navigate, which is one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 66. You need 3 successes.
I got it.
Okay, so after getting everyone's stuff back, you all follow Vance again as he leads you down a number of corridors. You stop often, waiting for patrols to pass, hearing the footsteps of soldiers and the talk of various soldiers as they go up and down the corridors. But you guys stay off of the main corridors, mainly going through service hatches and other, side halls that you wouldn't have really expected. But Vance, with his knowledge of Imperial warships, knows to look for. Eventually, you come to a small side door, which once you creak it open, you see actually opens up onto the docking bay, and on the side you can see across the docking bay near the exit you can actually see the owl sitting there docked. There's currently a number of people around it. You can see people walking onto it or walking off it, but there's no major activity at the moment. But you do see a few people around the owl itself. But the docking bay in general, you can see, is quite busy. There's people all over. They've got other freight cargoes being moved around, things like that. People are working on bits and pieces.
Can we make a fire or something in the other side of the hangar to make it like a diversion? So
a fire.
A fire. It might be a little bit tricky.
Captain something face. What happens if this ship encounters a? I know about the Empire people. What enemies does they've got in space?
The Empire doesn't really have that many enemies. They are the main power in the Great Blue, which is the world you're in.
Pirates.
Pirates would cause trouble. There are a few other, the free people. Also might be an enemy, but they wouldn't really fight against them very often. Pirates would be your main.
Yo, what would happen if a pirate ship rocked up and everybody needed to, go to battle stations?
I agree. We need to get the Lady Blackbird to the Pirate King Uriah as
Is
soon
there
as possible.
Is there a red alert button, or does somebody just run in yelling?
I'm pretty sure there's a button.
Where is it?
I'll point out where it should be.
Is there a button there?
Well, you would normally find the big red button to be on the bridge. Because
yeah, but there are also some emergency buttons you can push if something happens, like accidents or something.
Oh yes, like general emergency buttons, there will be a few dotted around. And as Vance looks around, he can actually see one that's across from you is the owl, but to the left of you, near the main entrance to the the hangar, you can actually see what looks like a glass emergency panel.
Okay, so here's the thought. Where are they going to run to when we set that off?
Quick, find a cupboard to hide in.
Like I say,
No.
you can like make a fire or something in some cargoes or something.
Wait, does that thing go off as soon as the glass breaks?
I'm saying something that's not too dangerous. That's not going to make but they have to like put it out.
Sorry, are we in space?
No, so
Okay.
the wild blue where you are is a number of small worlds orbiting a single star. It's actually oxygen. It's kind of like space, but also like sailing. So it's actually more like you're all flying in the upper atmosphere than in space. So it is breathable.
So using my windy air magic to pretend there's a hull breach wouldn't work then, because it's just it's just harmless oxygen.
They wouldn't lose oxygen. You just wouldn't want to fall off the side of the ship, because then you would fall to your death.
Wait, fall to your death.
So there's gravity in this oxygenated mass of nothing.
Yes, there is a down, although no one really knows what's at the bottom of the down.
So the down isn't towards the star, though.
No.
Oh, what? Okay.
Magic!
Because of magic, yes.
Okay.
So it's all breathable. You can actually see the hangar where the owl is parked is currently open. To the blue, you can actually just see it's blue beyond there. There's it's really just it's blue. The owl is parked there. It's kind of slightly clamped loosely, but not too hectically. And you can see that this docking bay is actually made to open and close, but at the moment it's left open.
Kyle, can't you, Carl, can't you just make like a sabotage or something? The version that they have to go fix it.
Just make a sabotage. That's what they said when I went to flight school. I went to flight school.
The first mate, not a engineer, right?
You have those skills, though.
What? I don't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about. You should ask Snarl.
Sabotage?
Sabotage. Also,
Let's
wouldn't
see.
sabotage just bring the engineers and not all the other crew?
If it's a emergency, they have to maybe put out a fire or something. No, they had to take everybody.
What's your obsession with fire?
Fire
Okay,
is
I have a
inventing
question. The
force.
emergency button, is that as soon as the glass breaks that it goes off, or is there like a button beneath the glass?
It's essentially like a fire alarm button. You smash the glass, but essentially that's the same as pushing the button.
So if I use a shatter spell on it, that wouldn't depress the button.
No, it's not just the glass. It needs the force.
What about a jump spell?
No, that's something you would use on yourself.
Like I say, we also
Can we just sneak onto the ship?
Yeah, but with all the people there, what they're gonna do? We're gonna have to make a diversion.
Are they literally keeping watch? I'm assuming the owl has somewhere to load luggage and stuff, right?
Yes, yeah, no, it has a back cargo hatchy kind of thing, like you would expect to see on most ships, like flying.
Are they currently guarding the back hatch, the rear hatch?
No, there's no one specifically standing guard.
So if we snuck, we could theoretically make it there, yeah?
You could theoretically. It's going to be difficult because the hall is quite busy, but you could.
Okay. Are there any platforms or anything above us leading towards the owl?
In terms of overhanging walkways, no.
No overhanging walkways, right? Lighting-wise, it's well lit, right? Or not particularly?
Yeah, no. There's quite a lot of. It's quite a big hall, and there's quite a number of big. Like the big fluorescent lights you get in large warehouses.
Okay.
So
what about
lighting
pushing
like that, it's quite a big hall, and they just it's just general lighting, but there's no one light. It's banks of lights across the entire docking bay.
I say we go for the electricity. They go for the lights.
I can put out the lights.
I could just walk on there on account of I have a uniform. I look like a human.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Goblins obviously think humans all look terrible.
Greetings, fellow humans.
How are you doing your human day?
Why are you looking at me like this? This is clearly how you all appear. I mean,
That's what we're
Trashy,
hearing.
take yourself the extra dice. There you go.
Okay, here's a thought. Are there any pieces of machinery and things scattered around that we could use as cover to approach the vessel?
Yeah, there are a few stacks of crates. There's one or two pieces of you don't know what they look like. They look like major engine parts, things like that.
Okay. Here's the idea. 2 of you are wearing naval uniforms, right?
I'm standing right in front of you. Do you need glasses?
Okay. Lady Blackbird. We have you pump a few thousand watts of energy into the system, which will knock out the lights, and then in the ensuing confusion, the 2 of you pretend to be regular members of the vessel, ushering the group of us through the room. With the lights out, it'll be hard for them to be able to tell what the hell's going on, and it should hopefully get us to the entrance of the vessel. Yes?
Couldn't we just walk there?
You look hideous.
I look like humans look. If you think I'm hideous, you think humans are hideous.
You look like 4,000 years of inbreeding gone horribly right.
Like I said, I look like humans look.
So guys, what is the plan? Vance, what is the plan?
We could just say...
The plan that I heard sounds pretty good. Like we knock out the lights and sneak aboard.
Couldn't we just say, if we're questioned, that we're transporting you bad people from one place to another?
You look hideous.
If they ask me why I look this way, I will tell them I ate human food. And this is why I look this way.
God's mistake.
Yeah, you look like an afterbirth from a feral dog.
That I do believe you just described the most delicious food I've ever heard of. That's regular food for goblins. You would know that if you were a goblin.
He makes a good point.
What about you 2 ladies? You've been quiet so far.
Yes. I mean, Naomi, you're the bodyguard of Lady Blackbird. I'm sure you have some input you want to make on this plan. Considering your job is to keep her safe.
It's dumb.
You seem to me like the strong, silent kind of dykey type.
The dykey type.
He's supposed to be like insightful and aware.
This means against dangers, not like coming up with amazing plans to smuggle ourselves back into our ship.
Can you think of any dangers that would interrupt our plan?
Everybody in both of these? Everywhere?
What?
I mean, everyone watching is kind of a problem with all of these plans, but, you know...
If the lights are out.
Well, how much is there ambient light in this hall?
You know...
There is some ambient light because of the fact that the doors are open. So the light from the sun is kind of in here. But I wouldn't say it's not... It wouldn't light up the entire hall if the lights were to go out.
I'm just bargaining on the uniforms, throwing them off enough to get us through.
Who else is going to have uniforms on their ship?
Well, humans.
Exactly. And which I look perfectly like.
For a given value. Matt, I have dark magic and light magic.
Yes.
How difficult would it be to fucking just envelop the entire room in, like, pitch magical darkness, essentially?
That would be extremely difficult. This is petty magic. So I would have to say that to just envelop the entire hall in darkness is not going to be an easy thing.
Yeah,
okay.
But if
how
you
about
turn
we
out
combine
the
it? How about we just knock out the electricity as we were planning on doing, and then I put up like an opaque plane of darkness in front of the door that's letting the light in.
I still think that's probably going to be.
How about I just fill everybody in the room's eye sockets with darkness? That's a lot smaller surface area to cover.
Yeah, but you're not. It's not just surface area. It's the fact that you're then trying to fill in, 60 to 100 small
Dots.
areas with darkness at the same time.
What about we turn up the lights? It's darkness, but it's going to be extra darkness where we're walking.
That might look a little bit suspicious.
You could make it look darker where you are and cast more shadows. It would look a bit weird, but it could work potentially.
Yeah, but people will be scrambling trying to fixing the lights, right?
What about lowering the ambient light in the room? Not like making it pitch black, just lowering the amount of light currently in it somewhat. By 10%.
All I have to say is that wouldn't it be suspicious as they recently take us on board, then suddenly start having problems with power?
It would, which is why they would rush to try and see what the hell was causing a problem, since we're still safely ensconced in the prison, according to them.
Are the alarms and the lights in a different power grid?
Probably not.
No, I don't know.
Well, how about we fry the lights and also set off the alarms and create maximum chaos, and in the chaos we slip in?
I could just walk out there and say, "Yo, the captain needs you somewhere else, everyone. He's going to address the whole crew. Come on, this way. Everyone go that way. Go on, off you go."
Was that like magic you have?
No, it's talking.
Yes. I enjoy the fact that you need the most complicated plan for the most simple solution.
Fine, you're the one we're trying to get out of here. You pick the plan.
Okay, I'll just go and talk to him.
Okay.
Bodyguard person, beat the shit out of them if they do anything.
Okay. Hang on, what is this hangar room like? Is there anything for this endless? Can I make people fall down clip edges just so I can know this?
There's a big hangar door. You can push them out of that.
True. Yeah. So this hangar is I'm trying to remember how big this ship is that you guys are being caught by.
But it's like a box, but it's just missing one side of it. And
yeah, so it's about maybe the size of a football field. The big hall that size, and the one long side where you would expect the wall to be, it's just open.
Okay.
And there's like a divot in it where the kind of the owl is being brought, almost like they Gatling hooked it and then kind of towed it into the dock. So it's kind of just sitting there, just inside the ship.
I just came up with an idea.
Go on.
What's to say the ship isn't locked down in some fashion so we can't lift off?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Isn't there like a docking clamp or something locked?
Well, I don't know much about Imperial ships. Do you know?
Look at the clamp.
There isn't there?
Is there a clamp?
No!
I don't know.
You say
No,
no.
there's a clamp. I'm not sure, and I'm pretty sure they would have upgraded the ships by now. So it's
Damn it,
If I can get everybody out, then it's a horrible abortion of a goblin can go and look for clamps.
Wow, Snargle, are you just gonna take that?
I am.
Humans are really mean.
Humans you're limited by your vision.
Okay, guys, so what is the plan? You've had lots of time now.
Lady Blackbird's going to go out there and talk to them.
And talk to people. Sounds fantastic. Okay, Lady Blackbird. Are you just strolling out by yourself through this little side door?
Find that a raised thing so I can shout at everyone.
I turn to Snargle.
Okay.
You know when you buy a rotisserie chicken and you cut into it and then there's that flap of chicken skin that covers the meat?
Yes.
You're that flap of chicken skin.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, now, Lady Blackbird, you walk out, you stride out to this room. You hop onto a crate, and you start waving at some people. You see a few people look quizzically in your direction. One or two stop to see what you're going to say. Go ahead.
It's like, yo, Captain wants to address everyone over in the mess hall because, like, you know, you've done a really great job at capturing that awful pirate guy, Cyrus Vance, and he's really proud of you all. I think he's going to give everyone medals. So everyone, let's go. Come on, go, let's go. Come on, go this way, go.
I'm looking on the corridor. Is there anywhere to hide?
Go.
No, you're in like a service corridor, so not really. It's just small and kind of out the way corridor.
Close the door.
You see, Lady Blackbird. You see one of the guys looking a bit quizzically at you. It's like, Cyrus Vance? Who? I've never heard of a pirate by that name.
Oh, don't worry. There's a big bounty on him. Big old bounty.
Okay, well,
I think the captain's going to plan on splitting it all with you all. Let's go.
Wow. Okay, well then roll for your charm. Which tags do you think apply and traits?
Okay. Charisma, presence, command, deception, misdirection, disguise.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say okay. So charm, yes. Charisma, yes. Presence.
Fine, you have secretive warp blood, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's only me.
Cunning,
And somebody else.
I would say cunning and deception, yes, but not misdirection because you're not really. You're lying. You're not trying to bamboozle anyone.
He's flim-flamming them.
So 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7 dice. This is going to be a challenging test, so you need 4 successes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
Wow, you just suddenly hear a few men. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Okay. And they start the people in your area start kind of filing towards the door, and they wave a few other people. And they kind of point and they shout, "We need to go to the mess hall." And you can see like people are starting to move out, but they're still like not everyone's left yet. What are you guys doing?
Staying hidden.
Now we sneak in the ship. Now it's easier. Less people looking.
No, let me look at. Okay, I keep getting this heartache over not looking like a human. Let me try to change how this looks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna need 3 successes this time, Trashy, because you've messed it up already.
Ain't got it.
Well, okay. Kale, you just look over your shoulder and you see the most terrifying thing ever as the person you know is currently Snoggle. His face kind of melts and shifts. You can see it like moving, like these movements under the skin, which are quite disconcerting. And suddenly, standing in front of you is a far more generic-looking human. You know, arms the right length, standing up straight.
Better, but still ew.
A face that doesn't look like a dog's breakfast.
Really? Is this any better? Does this look good?
For
Better.
It's fine.
Okay, because it still literally looks the same to me, but whatever.
Wow,
Natasha,
Sparkle,
while you're
I had
standing
no
there on
idea
the
you were
board,
such racist towards
watching
humans.
people move out, you suddenly see a man near the front, near the main door, with a clipboard and a fancier-looking hat. He's like, where are you people going? And you can see him, like he talks to one of the guys leaving, and the man points towards you, and you see him, start strolling in your direction.
I slowly walk towards his direction,
You!
like I know what I'm doing, and I'm pointing at this and that, like I'm in, talk to you guys in command, and I turn around as he's just coming, in speaking distance, and I fucking knock him out.
Okay.
And we all died.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, roll then. Which tags do you want to use to roll?
Sorry. One more question. How many guys were there?
Well, there's still people in the hall. There's a lot less, but there's still probably about 10 or so people kind of walking towards the exit. Although a few of them have stopped because this person now is going to ask Naomi a question.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I-
not gonna knock him out then.
I look over at bodyguard person and just like rapidly like cutthroat motions.
Well, I don't know if is bodyguard person watching you through the door, because the bodyguard person didn't come with you into the hall.
I mean, yeah, but I'm quizzical as to what they mean by cutthroat motion and who.
Yeah.
How
then
far are we away
Slowly
from the
punch
ship,
myself in the head.
What?
Okay, you
Obviously,
there.
I haven't paid enough
You.
for bodyguards.
Random
Nope.
soldiers, who are you? Report in. What is your name?
though? I am.
No, not
Kyle
you. You're
Randall.
hiding in a hole, my friend. I'm talking to Lady Blackbird.
Bob Soldierton.
Bob Soldierton, give me your serial number, Bob Soldierton. Report in.
It's written here on my chest. See there.
Oh. Frederick. You don't look like a Frederick.
It's my
That's
father.
what my mother said.
Well, she must have been disappointed.
Very.
Okay, well, I'm going to need you to come with me. We're going to go to the office because I'm in charge of this docking bay, and I haven't had any reports about announcements in the mess hall. I want to just phone your superior. Follow me.
Okay.
And no, he's not walking. He's not walking and leaving you. He's actually watching you. So you can either try and talk your way out of it, or you can follow him.
I'll see where we're going. It's an adventure.
Yes. Kale, I assume you're the main person keeping a watch out of the door. And Naomi, you see this officer talk to Lady Blackbird and then gesture towards the far side of the door, the main door, where you can see there's a it looks like a small office built in the corner with like big windows, so someone who's sitting there can overview the activity within the docking bay, and they start walking in that direction.
I'll start. Hang on. Can I even case? Do I even have like trying to hide within the crowd, so to speak, and try and follow them around?
You can try and sneak, but you won't be able to really hide in the crowd because you're not wearing a uniform.
Oh, is everyone here wearing uniforms?
Nope.
Well, yeah, this is an
Just two
Imperial
of you.
ship. They've all got some sort of
Damn it!
generic dress code.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to die.
This is everything. It's gone horribly. I'll try and stick to the shadows, I suppose. I don't fucking know anymore.
Where is Lady Blackbird? Is she following the dude?
She's following the dude towards. Well, he's like he's not like walking miles in front of her. He's walking next to her, and they're heading towards the office.
Taser him.
Yeah, but when nobody can see.
That's what I was gonna do.
Get on with it. We need to get off the ship.
Whispering
Okay,
very
well-
loudly.
While you guys wait, so Naomi, you get to this office where you see him kind of. The few men loitering around the door. He's like, just stay there. Don't anyone head out yet. And he heads into the office with you. And he's like, okay, give me your serial number.
I just walk over and hand on face electrocute.
Hand on the face, electrocute. Okay. That's a definite thing that you can do. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's get going. What tags do you think apply?
Master Sorcerer, Spellcaster, Channeling, Stormblood, Lightning.
Okay, well, roll those. This is going to be a difficult roll. Are you trying to do this sneakily? On account of you're in an office with windows and there's a couple of guys standing a bit away.
Sure.
Fine, then it's challenging. You want 4 successes.
As it's just me and him, does this count as a duel?
No.
That's not fair.
This is now an ultimate duel.
You can
No.
also use your personal dice pool if you want. Do not forget.
How many of them do I got?
You've got 7s of those.
7s.
7s, and you can add as many of those as you want.
Takes me back to my Warhammer days. Statistically,
I'm
we
gonna
get all 7
use-
dice for 4 successes.
You're gonna
I'm
use
gonna
all of
use
those.
all 7.
Well then, that's fine. You want 4 successes.
What counts as a success?
Nothing cancel. 4 and above.
Oh, then yeah.
So you got 5 successes. Your personal dice pool now, though, is empty.
Oh,
As you're in the office, as you kind of wait until you both head around, just out of sight of the people standing outside the door, and you kind of just reach up and grab him by the back of the neck, sending a jolt of electricity through him. You just hear this, and suddenly he goes limp in your hands, and you kind of sidestep as he just crumples to the ground.
I take his fancy hat
You put on his fancy hat.
and then start looking around for any controls or anything with anything written clamp on it.
Yeah. Do you know anything about controls in general? No, not particularly.
I'm educated.
Cool.
I know science.
You're educated.
I done got me that clamp learnings.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. You roll to try and find the correct controls. So you start out with 1d6. I'll say Imperial Noble counts, educated, and science count. Yeah, you're going to need 2 successes.
Motherfucker, I did that.
You kind of look around and you see a button, and you see this lever, and you're not quite sure which is which, but you kind of just guess, and you pull on the lever, and you hear this clunking noise. It's not very loud, but it's kind of one of those deep noises you feel through your feet more than anything else, and you kind of see the owl start rocking a bit more than it was. So it's not bouncing around, but you can definitely see that it's no longer, there was something keeping it firmly in place, and that's no longer happening. So what are the rest of you guys doing while all this happens and you just see this door? You can't really see into the office down there.
Trying to see.
Wait.
Did you guys feel that?
No.
Hey, look at that ship there. That's the owl, right?
Yes.
It's just kind of bobbing. You think maybe our idiot princess actually did something good?
Yeah.
Don't call her an idiot. She's
Yo,
wonderful.
bodyguard, you got standing orders to slap any bitch who calls me an idiot.
I slapped the goblin. Don't.
That would be hilarious if it were possible, because she's in a whole other room and we are standing in place. Many places
she
away.
gave me standing orders. That means she told me earlier.
But
So fuck you. I slapped you, bitch ass.
space time.
Fuck you, space time. We have
Yeah.
magic.
He has a good point.
Nah.
Okay. Well, Lady Blackbird, what are you doing now? You're in the office. You're wearing a fancier hat, and you've just found the lever, which you think releases the docking clamps.
Those random people still outside.
Yep.
In my best imitating that guy I just sparked the fuck out voice. Yo, we don't need you anymore. Go. Oh, Captain, money, Gib.
And the money give.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say you can try. I would say your cunning tag counts with deception and disguise, and probably because now you're trying to lie as well. We'll put in misdirection just because whatever. So that's 4 plus, so it's 5 dice, and you've got to get at least 2 successes.
Can I have command as well?
No, you're not really giving them an order at the moment. Well, I think you're just
I'm
trying to-
ordering you to go to the mess hall because the captain said so.
Okay, you can add charm and command, but to do that, you have to be far more louder and in control. have to sound far better. So it's now 3 successes.
Bam!
Bam! You guys just hear what sounds like, you guys who are waiting down there, you kind of hear some talking. You don't really see the person in the office, but you see the other men in the docking bay kind of nodding their heads, and they all file out. You don't know where, though. And Lady Blackbird, what are you doing?
I'm waltzing towards the ship.
You look out and you see Lady Blackbird walk out the office, and she's just starting to like nonchalantly head towards the owl.
Guess it's our cue to go. Go, 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 go.
Yep.
Sounds like it, dum-dum. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna do now? Can I just teleport to the ship and start it up?
Do you have a teleport magic?
Warp thing, yeah, something.
No.
Yeah,
Why didn't you do that in the first place?
I only can do it once per session, and
So do
only
you want to do
myself
it-
or
do you want
someone
to do it
else
now?
once. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the ship up so it's ready to go when everybody gets on, so we don't have to do it then.
Shit, we're gonna have to run.
Okay, so are you guys heading towards the ship?
Yep.
We start hurrying faster towards the ship, since I'm assuming the people still in the hole aren't just going to stand around with the ship now active.
No, the people have now left.
Oh, everybody. I thought there were still 10 guys left.
Yeah, Naomi called. She pretended to be the guy in charge of the place, and she told them to head off. So currently, the hall is empty.
Fuck it, I run.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Ein, you teleport yourself there, and now you can't do that again. You find yourself in the ship.
Switch it on.
That you start the engine sequence to get the ship running.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably gonna take like 5 minutes or 2 minutes or something starting it up.
I'm running.
Okay, you guys head across. You're now essentially in the ship. What are you all doing?
Yeah, Goblin, you know your place.
You know, I take so much less offense when you tell me that. You could just say Snargle. You don't have to say Goblin.
Yeah. We all look alike. I'm sorry.
Everyone knows it's a myth that goblins have names.
The lady is educated, so this movement must be true. Snargle
Okay.
to the engine room.
No, he's near you.
Oh, you guys are gonna...
Snargle is going to the pilot seat.
Yes.
What is he going for the pilot seat for?
Snargle pilots this.
You're the mechanic.
I don't need him to pilot. You can pilot. You're the
No.
captain.
He's the pilot.
You're telling me you can't fly this thing?
I'm gonna...
He's better at it.
But you're the captain.
Yes, I give the orders. He fucking flies.
Oh my god, what am I doing here?
Okay, you guys rush aboard the ship. Kale, you head down to the engine room and you start getting the engine running, priming it up, flicking all the switches that need switching. Snargle, you buckle yourself in. It takes you guys a good couple of minutes to kind of get the engine hot enough to be ready to head outside. As you are getting ready to pull off, you see people start to file back into the docking bay, looking a bit confused, muttering to themselves quite darkly. And until someone sees the fact that the ship seems to be powered up, the engines are running, he points, and someone just suddenly dashes across and smashes the emergency the alarm.
I
And
go
you can
for the
see
turret.
Sorry?
I'm going for the turret of the ship.
Then you can start heading towards the turret. You see some klaxons start to light up. What are you guys doing?
Go,
Flying away?
Goblin!
Do you want to do that tricksy flying of yours?
Let's see here. How can I pull the most G's to make them throw up for all the hard time they've been giving me?
Wow.
I boost up the engine to high power. And are we in like a A hold or a dock?
Yeah, you're in the docking bay. So to the right of the ship is empty sky, blue sky.
All right, I'm gonna pull hard right and then shoot out full speed.
Okay. Which traits and tags do you think are going to apply to you, or what maneuver you're trying to do? I take it you're trying to just get away as quickly as possible.
This is correct.
Maneuvering.
Let's see here. Daring, steady, maneuvering, evasion, tricky flying, navigation, atmospherics.
Okay, I'm gonna say navigation. Not really. You're just trying to get away. You're not heading towards anywhere specific.
Okay.
It's a daring move.
No, daring. I'm fine with.
He has to be steady while he does it. He has to have steady nerves.
No, I don't think steady counts. Maneuvering and evasion counts because they're kind of doing towards the same thing.
Right.
Tricky flying.
You're really being steady. You're not. This is not like serious trick flying. You're just trying to
get away.
You can do it like, tricky flying. Do it as low fucking as to the ground as possible or something. And
yeah, but there is none of that here. There's no ground. So okay, pilot yes, daring yes, maneuver yes, evasion yes, tricky flying yes.
So that's what.
Ferrix. I don't think so, to be honest.
Okay. So that's what, 4?
That's 5 plus your initial D6, so it's 66. You need 3 to get away successfully.
Hold on to your butts. I'm going to use my extra one.
Yeah, you've got 8 extra ones to use actually, so you could use more if you wanted.
Well, hopefully, let me use one more. I'm going to grab one of Griff's.
Okay.
One. Wow. Yeah, that's because I'm rolling dice. I'm officially not going to roll dice anymore because this is what happens when I roll dice. Everybody else is 5s and 6s.
Yes.
Everybody else rolls a die and it's all 5s and 6s.
I'm gonna talk to my pilot here and talk him through this stuff.
See, when I'm not rolling, see, look, these are all great, but when it actually counts, can't do it.
Listen, for a minute here. I'm going to use my the secret of leadership. Once per session, you give someone a chance to re-roll a failed roll by giving them orders, advice, or setting a good example. I'm going to talk them through it.
Then talk him through it. This is a roleplay bit, though.
Yes. Struggle. You can do it, man. You gotta, don't forget to, take that block off the ship on the brow. I don't know.
Don't forget to put the handbrake off. That's great advice. Okay, Snargle, roll again.
Remember the phalanges.
For all that shit talking about humans, when it came to push to shove, he fucking choked up.
See, look again. Yep, did not do it again. Because dice.
Human master race.
You guys, you feel the ship like shoot forward and to the right, but not enough. And the ship, you just hear this crunching, grinding noise, and you feel this shudder as the owl clips the side of the Hand of Sorrow, smashes a bit along the edge of the docking bay, and kind of scrapes along the side of the ship, going outwards as Snargle is a bit confused and is actually heading more left than right at the moment.
Goddamn goblins.
The owl takes a decent bit of damage from this. It is now busted and leaking. You can actually hear alarms going off on the ship as steam pipes start to burst and steam starts to vent into some of the rooms.
Kale, you know what to do.
I can't do anything if he keeps flying into things.
You can blame RNG.
Okay, Trashy, you can try it again. You're gonna have to carry on and roll again. Now the Hand of Sorrow is aware of something is amiss. You still need 3 successes though.
Let's go ahead and fail again real quick. All right.
Use more dice if you're afraid of failing.
That as well.
I'm not afraid of failing because it just keeps happening.
Well, maybe you should roll more dice.
That's a 5. That's three successes.
All right.
There's a 5, there's a 6.
And there's a 5.
This
And
dice landed perfectly on an edge.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But I'll take it as a 5.
It says it's 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, after that terrible initial escape, Snargle kind of shocked into kind of realizing that this is not the time to just be daring for daring's sake. Careers off, and before the Hand of Sorrow can really get itself awakened and activated, the owl just shoots off into the atmosphere, disappearing among some clouds. After a good 20 or 30 minutes of frantic flying, just in any direction that'll get you out of where you are, you guys are pretty sure that you have made it off the ship and out of their ability to detect you.
I'm going to attempt to repair the leak.
Well, no, it's slightly more than just a leak. The owl is now short of fuel, as it was before, as it was because you were on your way to Haven in the first place, and you were running low on fuel, and you would have to refuel there anyway. But at the same time, it's also busted up. The side, there's just dings and paint scratches along the side. There are a few burst pipes. Everything got quite rattled.
I want to try and fix them.
Damn it, Snargle, I just painted this ship.
Hey, we got away. What are you complaining about?
Your
Oh,
lack of
fucking-
steering.
This went the way the universe planned it to go.
Okay, Griffey, so what, you're going to try and repair the ship, are you?
I'm going to try and repair the pipes, because I'm assuming
You don't
From
want to
looking
leak
at my
any more stuff.
I'm going to use mechanic, repair, efficiency, spare parts, and what else?
I'm gonna be helping you.
Would engines apply or not?
I wouldn't say for this one, no. The engines themselves weren't specifically damaged.
Okay. Spare parts. Okay, so it's 4 dice from my side. And how
Yeah,
hard
you
is this
can-
repair to do?
This is going to be a... It's just going to be difficult at the moment.
That's 3 dice, eh?
3 dice. So you can use... You've still got 6 personal dice that you can use.
Yep, I'm going to use 3 of them. Bam! Statistical probability.
Okay, so it takes a few hours, really, as you go along the inside of the ship, patching up pipes, soldering things back together, replacing pipes where you can with what you have in the stock. Just note that until you guys restock somewhere, you probably don't have enough spares to do a major repair job again. Just
Tell the
because you
damn
only-
goblin to stop banging into
only
things.
keep so many pipes. What is everyone else doing while Kale does all this repairing?
I'm gonna.
And also,
be-
what are your plans to do next?
I'm helping him, just passing him tools and stuff. So it's gonna, maybe. He'll
Are you sure you shouldn't be supervising the goblin?
Well, the goblin knows what he's doing.
Really? You realize that the thing that we're doing right now is because of him knowing what he does.
Yeah, and what
I can hear you. We're in the same room.
And don't fucking break the ship!
If you made the ship a little better and the universe wanted me to succeed, it would have happened.
The universe would have let you succeed if you were actually good at flying things.
Well, now that you guys have made it off the Hand of Sorrow, let me just tell you a little bit of what you do know. Uriah Flint, the love of Lady Blackbird's life, and the man she's paying you to get her to, is the most famous pirate king within the blue. He has a secret fortress within the remnants, which are chunks of broken planetoids and meteorites and other moving debris that it's a huge cloud that revolves around the star along with everything else. And it's incredibly treacherous. In fact, no one flies through there without knowing how to, without knowing the secret paths that make up the ways through the remnant. It's and finding people who know that is incredibly rare generally. But you have made it off the Hand of Sorrow. So what are your plans? What would you like? What do you like to do next?
We need to refuel because of the leak,
And like repair better.
and we need to figure out where the spider place is that we're supposed to drop this bint off at.
If you guys look in this is a bit out of game, but there is a page on the Wild Blue on the drop in the share drive as well, which will tell you a little bit about the remnant as well as the other major ports in the Wild Blue. But what are your plans, Lady Blackbird? What are your thoughts so far? I mean, you've just barely made it off of the Hand of Sorrow.
I'm looking at maps, trying to figure out where I can get on like a boat that's not full of incompetents.
Hey, I've succeeded at everything I set out to do.
I am also still in the room.
And
You're hurtful.
focusing on piloting the ship so we don't crash into something again.
I am focusing on piloting my emotions through this turbulent time of hurtful words.
Yeah, except those don't matter. You should probably focus on the ship.
I take a hard right, dip in the ship. Anybody who's not restrained will be jostled.
I thought that they're not in the way. Where are the pipes that they're fixing?
They're
Hold
inside the
on.
ship.
Oops.
I'm just talking into the pipe so that the sound goes to the cockpit.
Yes, the entire ship can hear you.
You're
And then
like
the
two
goddamn
little
goblin
girls, damn
crashed
it, guys.
into
You're
the
like
right
two
side of-
little girls bickering. Stop it, damn it.
Well, if you didn't skimp on paying a salary, you might have been able to have a non-goblin pilot who was actually competent.
That's racist.
Wait, they pay him?
Unfortunately.
Naomi, do you
wouldn't
have
pay him.
anything to put into this? I mean, you are trying to look after this poor lady, and I mean, these are the people you're currently trapped with.
I'm not doing anything special. Just planning how I murder all of them if I need to.
That seems reasonable.
How about just a goblin?
I mean, until you find another pilot, I'm gonna
So, guys,
hold off on that.
That's hurtful.
You can fly the ship. We didn't really need the goblin.
That's hurtful.
He crashed the ship the first time he got into the cockpit.
Your mic is still open. I hear all the words you say.
This was the first time he flew the ship.
Exactly.
Who flew it before?
The captain, I can only assume. The
No,
lazy
he
layout.
fucking flew the ship. He's the pilot. Damn
I'd
it.
like a refund.
Speak to the
Why the
captain.
hell are you fucking mouthing off, you fucking engineer? Go to the fucking engineering room and be quiet.
He's already is there. He's stalking through the pipes.
Yeah, I am talking through the pipes.
I closed the pipes.
You can still hear it going.
you just hear this
All of the
muffled.
pipes. We all just fall down.
Fine.
So,
Where are the heating ducts? I talk into those instead.
yeah,
Oh boy.
they can't hear you very well through the heating things. Unfortunately, the radiators don't transport talking sounds that well.
Fine.
Okay, well, guys, what are your plans? Where do you want to try and refuel and find out about Ura Flint?
What's the small but with a decent port?
Haven.
I say we try to go to
Well,
Haven then.
You've got the independent city of Haven, or port of Haven, which is not allied with the Empire. You've also got the port of Nightside, which is actually a smuggler port, mainly filled with bounty hunters and pirates and bandits and other ne'er-do-wells. But yeah, how do you guys want to go about this?
I say we just take go to Haven and repair the shit up better.
We sell the goblin for fuel money.
People don't buy goblins.
We chop the goblin up and sell his meat as horse meat or cow meat for money, and then use that to buy fuel.
Probably a better idea.
There is a fighting pit there. I think Naomi needs a little practice.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
We can vote. Yeah, we can bet on Naomi. We can rig it so we can make some cash.
I could vent the entire engineering thing into
You really
atmosphere.
think those squeaks
No,
are
you couldn't
any
because you're just a pilot.
any challenge for you?
Naomi!
You
Are
really
you
think
listening?
those squeaks are going to be any challenge to you?
No.
Yeah.
But
But
no.
no.
I'm not gonna
What about
be
beating
quite
the
tricky.
goblin?
Eating the goblin?
Or
Doesn't
beating him?
sound like
I mean,
you get like 5 minutes alone with him.
how much do we have to pay you to beat the goblin?
I'll do it for free.
Wow.
Ooh.
There is no beating of the goblin.
Isn't there?
There isn't.
A goblin was being awfully mouthy earlier.
Goblins do what goblins do.
And humans do what humans do. Which in this case is beat his ass.
I do a tight spiral in the ship.
Okay.
Piloting check, you all die.
Well,
crashes
first
into a
do-
cloud
first
made
do
of
a piloting
concrete.
check to see if you can do the spiral properly.
Also, Matt, I got one of my dice back from hitting a key.
Which one was that?
Key of the mission.
Okay, that's fine. This is going to be an easy roll. Because you're in empty space.
There we go.
you make it. The ship suddenly just does a loop-to-loop. Everyone else roll to keep hold of things. Otherwise, you fall on your faces by hitting the roof.
Oh no. See, do you really want somebody at the helm that's that impulsive with the lives of your cargo that you're getting paid to ship to a pirate lord that's probably going to kill us all if you damage the merchandise?
He has a point.
Tumbler, dexterous. What else would apply?
Okay, who's made it and who hasn't?
Give me a sec. What is it? The easy roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
50-50. Nope, I fail.
I fail as well.
Hippo.
So,
How does it work? How many dice do we need?
Well, which tags do you think are going to help you in not falling on your face?
I don't really have anything there.
then you're gonna fall on your face.
Well, then you get one, and you can add extra ones by using your personal dice pool if you want.
So, Naomi.
Hmm?
I say as we both hit the ground. How do you feel about the goblin now?
I wish you had another pilot.
Well, we could. I mean,
I got rolled a
So
6.
I made it. Hippo, did you make it?
What did I need to roll?
well,
Oh, you
click on
actually
your.
needed 2 successes, Ein. You need to roll. Well, you're rolling. Have you got tags that'll help you not fall on your face?
Yeah, I rolled 2 of these dices.
You needed 2 successes.
Oh. Then,
Okay. So no one makes it. Everyone, you kind of are jostled about, falling over, kind of falling into the mid-air, only for the ship to right itself and then hitting the floor. Everyone is now angry.
Snorkel,
They have to
do you
trade-
want me to pilot this ship?
If you have any trouble, talk to the smart-ass engineer.
What are you talking about? You're the one who did that.
Okay.
bodyguard, the goblin has attempted to injure me.
Look at that reasoning you're using. Look what he made me do. It's like the wife beater logic.
And goblins are all wife beaters. It's a well-known fact.
So, what is the plan, guys?
I seldom beat my wives. That's right.
Okay,
Naomi, break his neck. I think that's probably the safest course of action.
I'm sorry. Yes, yes.
Wow.
I just look. Captain, can you pilot this ship?
Yeah,
Snurgle,
Vance.
go man the
Can you
turret.
pilot this ship?
Yeah, I can pilot if I really have to, but I got this sculptor to pilot because I hired him because he's a superior pilot.
Is he? Is he
Thought he
really?
was. I really thought he was. Nah. So
I'll go ahead and head back to the turret.
Okay, so Snargle is going to do the turreting then.
yeah, he actually has. He's the only one of us that has that skill at the moment.
Take the helm, Captain.
I'm gonna take the helm.
Okay, well,
And yeah, heading up for Haven.
so you guys are going to head to Haven. Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
That is what I have paid for them to go.
Oh no, Uriah Flint is not in Haven.
Oh, that's not where I paid for you to go.
We need to repair the ship and refuel before we go anywhere else. Do you have fuel magically waiting for us? Do you want us to run out of fuel and just be stranded?
Oh no, we don't want to be
God,
stranded.
no.
We'll just like fucking die because we fall down.
Anything but being stranded with this lot. Okay.
Well, you guys fly to you guys fly. It takes you about 2 days of flying, really. Eventually, you get to the where you know Haven is, and as you kind of fly through some clouds, like this cloud bank, you see this. It looks like a small, like for us, it wouldn't be that big. It's not a planet size, but it looks like a small moon. And on one, like covering a good third of it, is this giant-looking city. And I mean, you can see this moon. I mean, in the city, there's grass, there's trees, there's a lot of tall buildings. It looks quite good. It's plain, but it's not boring. There's banners everywhere and painted buildings and roads. And as you fly in, you get to the spaceport, which is just this large building with a whole lot of, this large building, and around it are all these flat, like landing pads where people's ships have been set down. It being Haven, they're not really worried who comes in. Everyone's welcome. So you're able to land quite easily with minimal fuss. Okay, so you've landed. What would you like to do from here?
Right, so who's got cash?
Do any of you have cash?
They probably, the cash we had on us, probably got it back on the armory or the thing.
Yeah. Is that enough cash to pay for a plane, a ship full of fuel?
Well, she paid as well, right?
Surely, however much I paid to get me there they'd have factored in fuel costs.
You're probably right. Yeah. It's quite easy for you to organize for fuel. They offer you a reasonable price. You pay them in advance. Your ship is going to be refueled within the next few hours. Someone will come by and fill it up. Is there anything else you want to do on Haven while you wait, or do you just want to wait for the fuel to be delivered and then leave?
I say do we want to try and make some money? Do you want to do some pit fighting, Naomi? Show them how to do it.
Not especially, but if they got good fighters, I might be interested.
Do you want to check out that scene?
Aren't we still busy? Don't we need to find out where we're accurately going? Also,
Gonna
the ship
repairs
needs
and
repair.
fuel is gonna take like a little time, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you've got a couple of hours.
I suppose.
And Lady Blackbird, what do you think about them just using your bodyguard for prize fighting?
I'd really rather they didn't.
Oh,
Well then.
she said it. I'm not going.
She didn't say you couldn't go.
She didn't.
Well, we got a couple hours to burn.
Yes, we do. I'm sure you can find something else to do in the meanwhile.
And yourself, Snoggle, is there anything you're planning to do while you're here?
Let's see here. Run some flight checks on the ship to make sure everything's good.
Yeah. Anything on land that you want to do?
Let's see here.
Crash the ship.
Not crash the
That was
ship.
like the clear key. What I just did. Woohoo.
Yes. So you can add 1 dice to your dice pool.
I'm gonna go find the biggest, baddest, most foul-mouthed bar, and spend some of the princess's money on some drinks.
It sounds like a good plan. You just can ask. You just need to ask the captain for your share of the loot.
Hey, Captain Pants, I need about 50 space bucks. Gonna go get drunk.
About 350.
About tree fitting.
You really want him flying this thing when he's drunk? He's done such a great job sober.
I don't think you're going to be drinking. We don't have that much time.
All right.
We'll see you later. We're going to the bar.
Yes.
He's the pilot, so
Okay. So you guys are heading to the. You guys are all heading to the bar. You doing anything interesting specific, or do you guys just want to kind of fast forward and say you all had a few drinks?
Well, we need to probably figure out a way to find out where the captain man is that we have to deliver the winch to. Does she
Yep.
have any idea? Do you have any idea, Natasha?
No.
So you want us to take you somewhere to a location that you don't know?
Well, she knows he's in the remnant, but where and how to get through the remnant to where he is, she doesn't know.
Okay, so we need to find somebody scruffy looking.
Goblin! I point at the goblin.
That's not the goblin. So, I'm sure that this port receives people from the Remnant on occasion. So we need to probably find a Remnant captain and then either pay, bribe, or beat the way out of him.
Well, you're not really going to find any major remnant captain. The remnant is generally
Yeah, the
used
big
by
old-
pirates,
Yeah.
and Haven is not really the pirate port.
Okay,
Might
which
look
is the
fine.
pirate port?
That's Nightside.
Which is in the Remnant.
No, it's outside of the remnant. It's a smuggler port. That's a pirate port that's been built. You know, it's near Haven. It's within a few days' flight.
Okay, let's head for Nightport since we've refueled.
we can do that.
Okay. Is that all you guys want to do?
Well, that's all we need, right? We need to get to Nightport, figure out where the guy is, and then drop her off.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm just checking if that's what you want to do. Then that's fine. You know, you wait a few hours.
Yep.
Fuel gets delivered to the owl. Once fuel is delivered, you pretty much start the engines up straight away, lift off, and fly off towards Nightport. It only takes you, it's about 2 days of flying between Haven and Nightport, not very far. And as you come towards it, you can see this. It's also quite a lot. It's also like a small planetoid, but not really the size of a planet like we would know it. But it's not round like Haven or spherical. It looks like a big piece of meteorite, or that's kind of floating through the blue. And on one side, and on the side without the sun, as you fly in towards it, you can see that a giant, it looks big. Like a port is being built in the dark side. No sunlight touches this port. You can see lights. You can see neon signs everywhere advertising who knows what. Spires. The spires of this base kind of jut out of the side of the asteroid. It only takes you about an hour to get docked. You can see it's quite a busy port. There's ships coming and going. It being night side, no one checks, no one cares. You pay your fee, you park, you promise not to cause any trouble, and that's about as much checking as they do. So you land. You've landed in Nightside. What's the plan, guys?
Try to find
So, Captain, what do we do?
find somebody who knows this place well and ask him about the guy.
Do you have a plan on how to do that?
Oh, well, we can always go to the bar and check out the scene.
Yeah. I like the bar idea. Because bar.
You can do that?
We should maybe leave the goblin behind just in case something goes wrong so we can emergency lift off.
I don't like that idea.
Take him with us, and if anything goes wrong, we throw him as a distraction.
I also am not a fan of that idea.
Good idea.
Why do you hate me so much?
Did you?
I mean, we could always just hire some random drunken ass pilot who's washed off, and this will probably be better.
I disagree.
Wow. They're so mean.
I'm hearing so much less lip from the goblin suddenly.
You're hurtful. It's hurtful.
Okay, so you plan to go to a bar, is that it? And then ask around.
Sure.
Well, there should be. I mean, I've been here before. I think the slow-mo bar is the main bar to go to.
Yes, Snowmo's is the main bar to go to. You guys head off to Snowmo, which is the I wouldn't say it's the fanciest bar, but it's definitely the busiest.
It's a shady bar. It's where usually you and the captain and the first mates are go to.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, it's busy. It's not. That's why I'm saying it's not the fanciest bar, but it's more of an institution. Put it that way. You kind of walk in, low ceiling. It's hazy smoke in the air. In the middle of the bar, around the center, there's an island which is the bar itself. Polished mahogany. It just goes around in a circle. You can see bartenders within that circle, kind of serving drinks, taking change, doing all of that stuff. The people around there are quite crowded. Along the edges of the room that makes up this bar are numerous booths with curtains that can kind of separate your booth from the rest of the bar if you wanted. You can see that some places have the curtains pinned back, so whoever's sitting there can see what's happening outside. Some of them, the curtains are left closed. You can only imagine what's happening in there. And the place is just busy. You can just hear shouting and, talkings and goings on, people bustling backwards and forwards, numerous tables and chairs, people sitting around drinking. As you walk in, you can see a few people glancing in your direction. One or two people whisper to each other, but nothing that you would think is initially unusual.
Lead the way, Captain.
So,
And we go to the bar itself, the table, and we order a drink. And
you see one of the barmen come up. Vance, how are you doing?
I'm good, slow-mo.
I see the Imperium hasn't been able to get hold of you yet.
They really tried this time. They were really close.
Really? What happened?
Well, I don't know. It's my fault. They kind of snuck up on us. But, yeah, we got out.
Oh, where did that catch you, man?
Yeah, it was, 1/3 of the way here or something.
What were you doing on that side of Haven? That's Empire space. You know it's a bit dangerous to be flying around there.
I like it. I like it like that.
Well, what can I get you?
I'm gonna have a beer.
He hands you he pulls out a beer, he puts it on the counter, pushes it towards you. And for the rest of your crew, and as he's kind of looking over your crew, he suddenly notices Lady Blackbird. And this fine young lady?
Hey, hands
What
off
can I
my
get you?
navigator.
Is she your navigator?
He's the best navigator.
Maps. I do maps.
My word, how were you able to get such a beautiful young thing to agree to join your ship, Vance?
Hey,
Your crew.
do not talk about my cousin like that. We're gonna have to smack you, fella.
Your cousin?
Yes.
Oh, any family of Vance is a friend of mine. And he kind of looks at you, Lady Blackbird, and he gives you this grin and a wink. What can I get you?
Water.
He hands you a glass of water. He gives all of you guys drinks.
Yay!
Anything else you guys need before I head off to go help some other customers? You see some other shady-looking characters waving him down in the bar, looking a bit thirsty.
Nope.
Okay then, you guys have fun.
You wouldn't happen to know of anybody here from the Remnant by any chance?
Oh, the Remnant. There's some pretty dangerous pirates that work there.
If one were to theoretically look for a dangerous pirate, where would one theoretically look?
I'm sure if you ask around, I know the Timothy brothers. They sometimes have dealing with some pirates like that. They might be able to point in direction. You know where they sit, and he kind of gestures towards one of the booth, one of the curtained booths where you can see the curtains closed, and there's currently a stocky gentleman standing outside in front of it, looking all menacing and stuff.
Thank you very much. Okay, Vance, go be charming.
Yep. Be charming.
Yes, that's the thing you should be.
Yep. I go to them and be really charming.
Okay, so you're gonna go up to the man standing in front of the curtain.
Yes, we're looking for a way. What's that fucking group called?
Greetings. Who are you?
I think that's the bodyguard.
You're who? You're what?
I am Captain Cyrus the Vance of the Owl.
Okay. Well, Mr. Timothy and Mr. Timothy are pretty busy. What do you want to talk to them about?
I got a offer for them.
Yeah, just give me a minute. You see, he kind of turns around and he sticks his head through the parted curtains, and you just hear him. You hear him in the background. They're quite soft. It's like, sorry, sirs. There's a Cirrus Vase here to see you. He says he's got an offer. Okay. He kind of looks back at you. He's like, Mr. Timothy and Mr. Timothy will see you. And he parts the curtain and he holds it open. Two of you can go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lady Blackbird.
I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take their bodyguard.
She's not going in there.
Wow.
This is your job.
The bodyguard looks at you guys quizzically.
Natasha, I'm trying to get you to your destination. Those guys are working for the man you're trying to get to.
Or are they?
They're working for the same organization, right?
Nope. They just happen to be in the same place, from the same place.
Okay. Oh.
Captain, are you okay?
I don't know what to do. Sorry.
No worries. Well, you can go in there yourself, or someone else can join you.
Yeah, but I was going in on the presumption they knew. Yeah. Fuck.
Captain?
Sensing your hesitation, you suddenly you see someone step out from behind the curtain, and boy, oh boy, think black pants, white rolled up long sleeve shirt, black waistcoat, tailored moustache. It's the smartest yet slightly greasiest man you've ever seen in your life. Cyrus, how you doing?
Oh, hey.
I don't know why you're so nervous to come and chat to me and my brother in the booth, but we decided to come out and see what you want.
Well, we need to go to the place. Oh, sorry, don't remember the name.
Oh, you want to go to the Remnant?
Yep.
And suddenly you see his brother step out, who looks almost exactly the same. You can barely tell them apart. Why would you want to be going there, Cyrus, old chum? I mean, that's not really normally your cup of tea, the people who hang around there.
You know how it is sometimes. You have a job to do.
The other brother pipes up, and what job would that be?
Just
Delivery.
Just a delivery.
You wouldn't. What would you be delivering, old friend? You see the second brother like kind of walking around, looking at all of you.
Just some crappy supplies.
Well, I don't know.
You know how hard it is getting supplies out there, so it's just worthless supplies. Just basic stuff. But like I said, this stuff, yeah, we're gonna pay well when it's done. Doing it.
Oh, you wouldn't be going into competition with us, would you, Cyrus? I mean, we normally...
No, it's just a one job. I'm not going to be doing... This is just a one-thing job. Just a favor for our old friend. I'm not going to do it as a habit. I'm not going to be fucking with your territory, guys. No worries.
So
I respect you guys too much to be messing with your territories. That's why I'm coming asking.
Well, okay. So who exactly are you looking to go visit or speak to in the Remnant?
It's just some.
Uriah.
Sorry, what?
Uriah.
Uriah.
You want to go speak to Uriah?
Not to him like personally. Some guy who works for him. He wants the stuff, but it's for him.
Okay. Who are you? Who are these new companions of yours, Vance? I mean, I don't recognize. I'm sure I would remember someone as beautiful as this. And as he says that, you see his brother like lean in to look at Lady Blackbird.
That's like my cousin. I'm training her up as a navigator.
Maps.
So, and her name is
Mappy.
Her name is Maggie.
Okay.
You just call her Mappy as a
Maggie the Mapser.
Oh, okay. Roll a trait to try and bamboozle them on.
What do I have?
Well, you got your 1d6. You got smuggler, which is another d6. You got deception, which is another d6. So that's 3 d6s so far. If you want, I'll give you the survivor and the creepy stare. Just because you can see how creepy you're staring at your cousin, which is probably going to put them off slightly. And you need 3 successes.
I'm going to add 1 dice in that from my pool. I haven't touched my pool yet.
One more.
Yeah, I'm going to add 1 more.
Statistically, you need 4 dice on 7 for this probability to go through.
Oh, I done it.
Ah, your cousin, you say? That's pretty nice. And they kind of suddenly both of them in unison, very unusually, they both suddenly turn to stare at Lady Blackbird. So tell us, where's Vance taken you so far?
Maps.
Surely he's taught you a bit more about navigation than maps. I mean,
Tell them about the ship we were just on.
Don't take this badly, but you seem far too beautiful, far too much of a diamond in the rough so to speak, to
Hey,
really be related.
Hands off
to
my
that.
cousin. That's way too appropriate. Wow. I'm right here, you know.
Oh,
Tell them
you,
about
very
the
protective.
hand of
You-
despair.
you know, Nightport, Olympia, Elysium, all those places. Maps.
Okay, well, roll to convince him.
Shit.
What I got here? Noble.
I'm gonna give you one dice.
History. Educated.
Begin with 1 dice.
That one. Am I lying?
Yes.
Yes.
Deception.
Charisma?
Cunning would work. No, charisma. You're not being like, "Sup, boys. Let's be friends and give me your map."
If she's too charismatic, they're just gonna be like, you know, really, really hung up on her.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's about it then.
Just like
You
you've
need
been the
3
whole time.
successes.
Bam.
Well, it definitely sounds like Vance is taking you around the wild blue. I must say, it's pretty impressive. Well, Vance, if you want to go see Araya, which we wouldn't recommend unless you've got really good business with him, we do have a map which may be able to help you.
Yes, and what would convince you guys to give us a copy of that map?
Oh, just, this is quite an important map. It leading to the place Araya normally makes his home. So about 1,000 space schmeckles, I think, will do it.
Yeah.
Out of character, how many space shekels do we have?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We'll put it this way: this is expensive, but it's not like you don't have enough money. But you can tell they're gonna still skim. They're still gonna skin you on the way out.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
We should negotiate for the sake of appearances.
Yeah, that's true. Really,
So that-
1,000
man,
guys. That's
a
an
man like
arm
Uriah
or a
takes
leg.
the man like Uriah takes his privacy very seriously.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I got stuff for him.
Well, okay. Do you want to try and negotiate with them? Or are you going to try and intimidate them a bit to see if you can get them to?
No, that's gonna make them mad. I'm gonna looking for enemies at the moment.
Hold on.
What?
No, I'm just talking to myself.
Or are you gonna? So you guys are gonna do so you're gonna try and schmooze them another way on?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to brown nose myself to a little sweeter deal because it's a little harsh. I think. Come on,
What does that shit
guys,
taste like?
this is a little too harsh. 1,000? Surely
Well,
you can't find a better number than this.
I
Come
don't.
on, it's the old pal here. I owe you one after this one.
Oh, you're gonna owe us several, but well. Well, okay, Ein, roll to see if you can haggle your way down. You've got your 1d6 to start with. You got Smuggler and Haggle, which is another 2d6s. Yeah, that's about it. Unfortunately, you've still got some of your personal dice which you can use. You're going to need 3 successes.
Fuck it.
Well, you know what, Vance? We've known each other for so long, and we know you wouldn't. The one brother kind of reaches around and pats you, like kind of grabs your shoulder. You know, we know a guy like you is not going to try and go in a competition with us.
I wouldn't fuck
Surely
you
you're
guys over. I
not
wouldn't
that
want you as
stupid.
enemies. You're horrible enemies to have. I would never want that.
I tell you what, give us 600 space schmeckles, and you can have the map.
Yep.
Space schmeckles.
I handed over and said, guys, you're a lifesavers. Thank you guys.
Great. Okay. They kind of bring you back into their booth, and they pull out this. They go to a cupboard and they pull out this this map, open on the table. Now, it's very important to remember that even with this map, going through the Remnant is still going to be a pretty dangerous affair. Everything's constantly moving and shifting. It's quite fast. There's a lot of flying debris going on back there.
Well, you know my pilot, how crazy that goblin is.
Oh yes, we've heard. Yeah, well, they roll up the map. They hand it off to you. Good luck, boys.
Yeah, one, before they go, I pull out my flask, which I had in my coat, and take out the 3 shots from the table. They're like, one for the goes, guys.
This is why we like you, Vance. Both brothers grab their shots and they down them. And then you can see they both sit down and look like they're about to get back to work. And then they just they're looking at you, just waiting for you to leave the booth.
Yeah, I'll leave. And when I'm safely, out of that stuff, I talk to my crew and they're not hearing, their crew is not hearing. I don't trust those guys.
Shh.
So, guys, you have a map. What next?
Do we need fuel or are we good to go?
You probably... No, you should be good to go.
Shall we? Where's the goblin? Has he gotten drunk yet?
What do you mean yet? The secret to being the best goblin pilot is to never be sober.
Why is he Arnold Schwarzenegger? Applying this thing, yeah?
If he's in that situation, then I'm gonna have to.
Where are the ladies? Ladies, let's go.
This was all a terrible mistake.
You're the one who wanted to get
What has
married.
gone so wrong with my life? Even the pits were better for me.
Oh dear.
Oh, right.
Well then, you
Why so angsty?
to the plane. You guys head to the Owl. Spend a bit of time getting everything set up. You take off. I take it you're just going to start heading straight towards the Remnant?
We're gonna follow the map.
What's the visibility in this big blue thingy?
It's kind of there and thereabouts. There's it's full of clouds as well. So sometimes you can see for miles and sometimes you can't see, 100 meters in front of you kind of thing.
I'm gonna try and put some spinach and nosh on the engine so it goes faster.
Okay.
While we're, in the route. Just a little bit of tweaking, just a little bit of optimization. Nothing too crazy. What difficulty would I be looking at?
That.
It's
It's going to be difficult, I would think.
Ooh. Okay. Fine, I'll take
You're
4
trying
dice.
to be all fancy and make it like.
I'm studying the map.
Okay. I'm gonna use 4 dice for my pool, and I'm gonna use mechanic repair, engines, efficiency is 4. 4 for my pool. I could probably do with only 3 for my pool. Yep. Oh, yep. That's 3
Whoa.
dice.
Whoa. Yeah, you're able to. You got everything. This engine is purring like a kitten. It's as good as she's going to get.
Okay.
Now it's about 4 days of flying to get to the edge of the Remnant.
With my modifications, 3.5.
3.5. And you guys are heading along at a good clip, actually. You're about 2 days in when during the night, suddenly something looms out of the cloud banks in front of you.
Iceberg!
Does anyone want to see if they can identify what it is?
Quickly, Natasha, let me draw you like one of my French girls.
Please, no.
Oh, wow.
Naomi, punch.
Punch.
Why does this keep happening to me?
I will see what it is if I can.
Let's also attempt to figure that out, I guess, with my learnings.
Snargle has the observation.
Yeah, well, this is like a generic observation, so
Is
everyone
Snargle
can go
still
if everyone can have a go if they want. Do
Sure.
your tags and stuff.
How many?
I'll observe it.
Um,
I will use a light spell to try and light up whatever the fuck it is.
I think I've only got maneuvering and evasion. Maybe. See if we need to get out of the way.
This is an easy test, so you only need 2 successes.
Hold on, I'm gonna light spell the fuck out of this thing.
Oh, okay. Then we roll that first.
Look to my coming on the 3rd day. I didn't roll shit, Captain. That's a 1
Yeah,
success.
you've actually just lighted your own eyeballs and you're temporarily blind.
Why?
I succeeded in identifying.
Well-
What cruel god would do such a thing?
Snargle, it's night now, so it's dark. But you identify the shape looming in the
Night vision.
in the close distance. Well, not in the distance, but it's looming up quite fast now. And it actually looks like it's heading towards you. And you realize this actually looks like the shape of an Imperial cruiser.
Oh fuck.
Hey guys.
Imperial cruiser shaped.
Yeah, let's hide.
There's Imperial cruiser coming over here to say hello to us.
Yeah, let's evade some maneuvers.
Dive, dive, dive!
Full blast ahead.
Yep. Okay. If you guys want to maneuver, you can. As you're looking, as Snargle is pointing this out, you actually see the cloud bank in front of you start to break as the giant steel nose of the ship starts coming, plowing through. And I mean, you got to remember, your ship is about 50 meters long. This is about 550 meters in length. It's,
We're
5 or
faster,
6 times
right?
as tall as your ship. It's huge.
Go!
What's that?
We're faster, right?
I'm not gonna put huge amounts of money on that. This is an Imperial cruiser that's built to hunt pirates.
So
Definitely faster.
I'm looking at daring, maneuvering, evasion, trick flying, night vision,
God,
and agile.
as hard turn as he can, and he's
Wait,
not
the
gonna
Owl's
get-
48 meters in length, and the Imperial Cruiser's 550.
Yes.
And it's faster than us.
Well, I'm just saying that it's not like. Actually, I don't have notes for how fast they are.
Look, we can push 310 knots under boost, so I reckon we fucking dive and haul ass. Let's let gravity do some of the work and get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, is that what you're gonna do?
We're gonna dip this nose and get away.
Okay. Well, who's
I
flying
open
the
up the
ship?
engines.
The Goblin's gonna do it because he has the most skill for it. If I'm
Oh,
gonna do
I thought he was now in the turret.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys wanted me in the turret because you don't trust the best pilot on the ship. Good luck, buddies.
yeah, I think we're gonna need you here, Snargle.
Are you sure? I can just shoot at them because I'm on the turret now because that's the job you want me to do.
Be captured.
Well, right, I'll come up to save these stupid humans again.
You see, it's the talking shit like that got him where he is right now.
I'm a goblin.
And?
The rest of you aren't goblins. I say this as I head up towards the...
Our superior existence.
I walk up to the pilot seat and wait for the captain to get out of the way.
Okay. Well, you might want to get diving then, mate.
All right.
This ship looks like they know what they're doing. I mean, they're patrolling near the remnant. They obviously are not slackers.
All right. Let's dip out of here. I think that's going to be... I think that's going to be daring, steady, maneuvering, evasion, and trick flying. And maybe agile and because of how fast I have to react.
I'm gonna give you. Where is agile?
Goblin.
He's
Filthy
really agile
goblin.
at that controls.
Yeah, it's a goblin thing.
Yeah, I'll give you agile, but I'm not gonna say. Once again, it's not steady. Steady is like you're flying at breakneck speeds down a canyon.
But he
where
has to do it steady.
2 or 3 meters to either side means you'll crash and die.
I gotcha.
So it's going to be piloting, daring, maneuvering, evasion, tricky flying, navigation, atmospherics.
No, it's not gonna be navigation.
In the cloud
not
bank.
Yeah, but navigation is more finding your way around the world. You're not navigating in this small area.
Oh, I thought you were navigating the cloud bank.
There's nothing. I might say that if there were major objects around, but there aren't.
There's a
Navigating-
550-ton cruiser
No,
around.
it's not. No, navigating is like finding your way around the world, flying from place to place, knowing where
Damn it,
places are.
Goblin. What use are you?
I will dip. I think I get 76 altogether.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You can need three successes.
That's exactly 66%.
Yep. I'll add 2 dice from my pool.
How many have you got in your pool after these 2 dice?
Should be 5 left.
5 now. Okay.
Because I haven't. Yeah, let's see here.
Sweet.
1, 2.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's because you touched the superior human's dice.
There's not much I can do about that.
You try to like bank out of the way, but you're just not successful. You actually kind of you don't stall the engines, but it's pretty darn close. Now this ship is right up on top of you.
Oh, fuck. Can we just, like, cut whatever is keeping us aloft so we just drop?
I don't really. Yeah, you could try. Yeah,
It's not really aerodynamic, right?
yeah. I would allow that. You would have to try and fiddle with the engines, though.
Guys? It doesn't feel like we're dropping. Are we dropping? Hello? Are you dead?
The universe seems to want to not have us get away.
Should I cut the engines, yes or no?
Couldn't hurt.
How is the sensors? Is it all visual or?
Oh, visual now.
It's mostly visual. I'd say you've probably got some kind of very
You have 2 things.
primitive radar.
You've got a short-range sonar and you've got an atmospheric pressure analyzer.
There you go. That's it exactly.
So we can't just hide in the cloud bank. They'll know we're there because sonar.
Yep.
Well, they'll know you're there because they've probably got similar, probably better sensors. But yeah.
Look, we can dip. I like on the comm. Look, we can dip in to the remnant for up to 4 hours before the hull starts falling apart.
No, that's not the remnant. So what you do,
Oh,
you can dip into in this world. Sorry, we haven't really got to a point where this is important. But in this world, heavier gas sinks to the bottom. So you can dip into the lower, what's called the lower depths, and it's corrosive gas. It can be dangerous, but most ships are not going to go into that area because there occasionally be monsters.
I say
Need to resist corrosion for 4 hours.
Yeah,
so
so the ship can be there for 4 hours before it starts taking any damage.
I say we're
I
gonna
cut
have
the
to.
engines.
We're gonna have to dip down there. I think.
I cut the engines.
Great. You're all in the ship, and you suddenly. It's not so much that you hear the noise stop as this background noise that's always been there suddenly goes silent. And you feel there's a lurch in your stomach as suddenly the ship just starts to fall. Thankfully, because Snoggle hadn't quite gotten it quite right with his flying, you were on a flat plane, so you're kind of falling quite level. But you are dropping at serious speed. you actually just see the Imperial cruiser just disappear above you, as you essentially fall out of the sky.
Okay.
Yeah, you fall and you carry on falling.
I need an altitude reading from the deck.
We are slightly lower than we were a second ago.
Okay, tell me when we hit the lower atmosphere. I'm going to let you know when it's going to happen, then I'm going to feed power through to the engines. We can hopefully get this thing up and running again without crashing. Goblin, you there?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Is he still drunk?
A little bit.
I think that's his secret. He's always drunk.
Never not drunk.
Okay, let me know when we hit the lower part.
Oh, we hit that like a minute ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, Griffey,
I'm going to attempt to restart the engines.
This is 4 successes.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So,
restarting your engine in the middle of free fall properly is not an easy thing.
Okay, so 1 base.
Yep.
1 from my pool. 1 from mechanic.
Yep.
1 for repair.
Yeah, okay.
1 for engines.
Yeah.
1 for efficiency.
No.
Okay, 1 for spare parts.
No again.
No again. Okay. Anybody want to leave me some dice?
Send him your power.
No, wait, I can only give 1, right?
You can only give 1, but you can be helping there with in the engine room, ready to press buttons and pull levers.
Hey, buddy.
You need-
I believe in you. You can do it. I can.
Cast guidance.
I cast guidance.
You have your own dice, Griffey?
Huh? The pink ones are all my own dice.
No, I mean your own dice pool.
That's from my own dice pool as well.
Okay.
I only had 1 left, remember?
Okay.
Does it twittering with the engines earlier give me any bonus?
I'm going to say it gives you 1 yes.
Yay. Okay. So,
Okay.
how many I need? 4.
You need 4 successes.
Here's a button. Oh, Jesus, I was
It's
curious.
okay. Statistical averages, we got it.
He fucking aced it.
You suddenly, I don't know how you start up a steam boiler engine at speed, but you do.
It's easy. You just redirect the flow out of one of the pipes whilst cutting the flow to the main, engines
Exactly
from the
that.
boiler.
You reroute the steam back into the normal whirly bits, and suddenly the whole ship just kicks up, and you guys kind of suddenly feel this heavy lurch as you're pressed against the floor for a moment, but you find yourself floating in the lower depths.
Keep us under the scald for the next 3 hours, and then we'll pull out into regular airspace after that.
Setting timer.
Use a pocket watch.
Yeah. So, almost 3 hours go by. You've been going through the lower depth quite in a relaxed fashion, keeping low. You don't sense anything. There's nothing seems to have followed you in here. Who's going to be on watch?
I'm staying in the
1
engine
person.
room. Ladies and or captain?
1 person who's watching out to see if there's anything around the ship.
Yeah. We have to have lookouts.
Lily, are you doing anything?
There's stuff in the clouds. We need to have lookouts. So
Okay,
nothing's
fine.
going to sneak up on us.
I can
I was just wondering.
Guess I'm going to be piloting, or
No.
the
Goblins
goblin.
ostensibly piloting.
Yeah, but the goblin is the only one who has like the turret skill. So if something comes out,
Big turret skill.
I'm sure you can fire a gun. I mean, how hard could it be?
Okay, I don't know. I'll have to fire the gun then.
It's your ship. You should know everything
if-
on it works.
If does anyone in this 3 hour period want to take a refreshment scene?
I will refresh the shit out of things.
Well, what you can do is, if you proper roleplay a scene with someone else discussing characters or backstory or something, you are allowed to refresh your personal dice pool back up to 7.
Who is helping me in engineering? Give me the white dice. Is it you, lady?
Yeah.
So,
Turret.
tell me how you got to be your generic Russian person.
Well, you see, comrade. I don't much remember from my childhood, but the Imperials, you see, they took me and enslaved me to make me kill other people so they could get their rocks off.
It's awfully convenient.
It is incredibly convenient so that I hate all of these Imperials, so I feel kind of conflicted that you did not let me kill the one of them. I really wanted to do that. But you were like, no, that is bad form.
Well, if they caught us after we killed one of them, they would have been less inclined to show mercy.
Well, I do not care. I wish to kill.
Well, that seems like a solid philosophical argument for murder.
With that accent, you can both refresh your personal dice pools.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyone else?
Why do humans hate goblins so?
You can do a flashback if you want, Trashy, and tell us about your sad goblin life. Or your fantastic goblin life.
My life is awesome.
You just hear a voice in the back of your mind. Because you're assholes! Which you immediately disregard.
That doesn't sound right. No. My problems in life deal from humans and their incompetence. Not clearly not from my own personality dysfunction. I don't understand why they fail at life. I don't understand why they eat horrible food, and why they're so ugly and hard to deal with. All I know is I'm the best pilot. Clearly their savior, even though I continue to fail every attempt I try to make. I don't understand why. I can only imagine it's some human incompetence impeding my natural goblin brilliance. All I know is this is the life I chose. And these are the morons I've surrounded myself with.
These are the days of our lives.
Beautiful. Put those seven dice back in your dice pool.
There we go.
Anyone else? Nope. Okay, then who was keeping watch?
I
That
was
was me.
keeping watch.
Oh, was
Well,
I?
then
I don't know. Which one?
Roll
was
to
it?
see if you saw anything. It's going to be a difficult, so you need 3 successes.
Hmm.
You can use tags, you can use personal dice.
Okay, so I have Keen. You start off with 1, right?
You start off with 1, yes.
Keen probably is aware. Most likely, definitely is.
Yeah, so
Dust
you
traps?
get 1 for keen, you get 1 for aware.
Do you think traps?
No, this is not a trap.
Okay. Insightful? I don't think so, but I'm not. I always
Yeah,
must
I'll
try.
give you insightful just because why not?
Insightful. Oh, I have bodyguard awareness as well.
No, you can't. You got aware. You're using aware already, so awareness is the same thing.
Okay. Is there anything else?
It's a tarp.
Yeah, I'm gonna use That's fine. I'm probably gonna use one of my own. Anyone to go to give me? Is anyone actually helping me keep watch?
I'm not there.
It's just you.
That's me.
My gosh! If only
Okay.
Snuggle rolled like that.
If you didn't displease the gods of fate.
Well, you notice this shape beneath you guys. You're like looking out the turret. You see something starting to ping slightly on the radar. And you realize that there is a sky squid heading in your direction,
Oh shit.
and it looks hungry.
I'm gonna shoot it with a turret.
What? No, don't antagonize it, just dodge.
I have no idea.
What are you gonna do with that information, Naomi?
I'm gonna tell the pilot that we have a spooky sky squid. I'm gonna guess it's something bad because I don't actually know what the hell a sky squid is.
So imagine a
It's a
squid that floats through that swims through the sky.
Yeah, but it's my
Hold on,
character
guys.
now.
Sorry, someone's just knocking my door.
Okay.
Your character definitely knows.
Okay.
Damn it, Hippo.
What?
Why couldn't you talk better?
But
Why
I'm the
couldn't
best
you like
Paul.
get them to give?
I think he's.
Told them to give us their ship.
I don't think that would have worked.
Hey man, it's only 5 dice. You could do it. Need it. Eliminate him.
No.
Yes. It was like bounce, bounce, bounce.
What?
What's wrong, Ryan?
Nothing.
You seemed very confused there for a moment.
No, just what's going on? What's the hold on?
Were you not listening?
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
He's back.
So, what's the plan, guys?
Comrade,
I'm not there.
comrade, it looks like we have giant squid up our ass.
We got a what? Not a what? Was that English?
No. Yes, I don't know.
There was something.
Oh, so did you say flying squid?
Sky squid, yes.
Yes.
You
Terrors
know,
of the
sky
deep.
squid, big,
Hey,
big thing that won't eat ship.
yes. Hey, Captain, we have a giant flying squid. What would you like to do?
Evasive maneuver. Try to get
What's the...
like lose that thing because I don't want to. Yeah.
Is the squid coming for us?
Yeah, actually, as you're all speaking, you see these tentacles. They're not wrapping around the ship, but they're kind of coming up. You know, it looks like he is about to give you a big friendly hug.
But let's boost the fuck out.
What do you guys want to do?
Boost.
Empty the septic tank on it.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Yep, do that.
Yeah, we should attempt to move out of the way.
So,
Yes.
who's piloting this thing?
I am. Daring, let's see here. Daring, maneuvering, evasion, trick flying. That's 4. Agile.
Yeah, you also get one for pilot.
Alright, so that's 6.
Yep, and you need 3 successes.
I have my basic one, right?
You have your basic one.
That's 7. I'm missing one.
There you go.
There we go. Hey, Captain. Do you have any words of encouragement for me?
Don't fuck up.
Yeah, don't fuck up.
Okay, boss.
If you fuck up, I'll give you some encouragement.
I don't fuck up.
As these tentacles are suddenly like coming in to wrap themselves around the ship, Snoggle is just able to boost the ship and he tilts it to the side, and you're just able to get between 2 tentacles before they move into wrap around where you were a moment ago. You can see the sky squid flailing, but it's still pretty mad. And it actually you hear this like roaring sound, this high pitched like roaring noise, where you suddenly realize the sky squid is doing something you've only heard about in legends. It's using a thunder call.
Hey, it's you hear that? That's not good.
You can actually, when you look back, you can see its beak open and pointed in your direction as this, and you can almost see the clouds between you and this beak wavering as the air pressure from this thunder song of it is moving the clouds around. Do you want to try and dodge?
Yes. Yes, we're going to not be in front of it anymore.
That's another 3 with the same roll you just made.
All right. Hey, boss, any words of encouragement so I don't kill us all?
You can do it.
Okay, boss.
Yes.
We do it.
You're able to get out the way. You could actually, before you kind of were able to dodge it, you could actually feel the glass in the ship's portholes starting to vibrate, and rattle. But you're able to get out just in time. What do you want to do?
I'm going to continue to pilot the ship away from the giant sky squid.
Away from the giant squid, that's probably a good idea.
Would it be better for us to head up away from it?
Comrade Goblin, I recommend up. They do not go up from fog cloud.
That is correct. So, if you want to race away from it, that's another 3. Roll again. You need 3 again to kind of avoid it long enough to get out from within the lower depths.
All right, I'm going to take us out of here. Any words of encouragement, boss?
Fucking do it.
All right, boss.
You can do it. I believe in you. I cast guidance.
Taste it.
You make it. You can practically feel the longest of the tentacles almost brushing against the ship, but you're able to just boost out of there, leaving this squid, in your dust, really, as it's going to take it too long for it to turn itself around and follow you. And before it can catch up, and before it can really do that and catch up, you're racing towards you're racing up and out of the lower depths. As you come up, you can actually see the break where it goes from this gray, like grayish brown fog, pure, just thick fog banks, to when you break out of that and you can actually see blue and you can see the sun shining and a few whiter clouds up above. In the distance, you can also see what looks like the beginnings of the remnants. Huge chunks of planetoids and meteors all moving around each other, sometimes 2 or 3 crashing into each other and bouncing off. Smaller shards being shot off, crashing into other rocks. It generally just looks like a huge, confused mass of moving objects. But you have now made it to the edge of the remnant.
See, I knew I'd get us here. I tight sparrow the ship.
So, you guys just gonna go in?
I mean,
What's the protocol here?
wait, I have a question for Lady Blackbird. Does your future husband, know that you're traveling to meet him?
I don't know. Does he?
Well, I don't know. Tell us.
Sure. Yeah, I sent a message.
Hey, and does he know you're traveling under a pseudonym?
Sure. Yeah, I wrote that in the message.
So should we just broadcast, hey, we're here with your future wife, or...
Wasn't there something about not having a password or else getting exploderated?
I don't know. Vance, password?
There's no password. It's just a map. You've got to find your way. You've got to actually get into the remnant to find out where he stays.
So, map says we go where?
So pulling out the map that the Timothy brothers gave you, you see it's a very oldie-fashioned Heresy sky squid kind of map, but it's got a clear dotted path through the remnant, which looks like it's based on certain key landmarks within the remnant, things that, while they change slightly, are always generally the same. The first, you can see it it goes in and it's a stylized giant green, like rock. And then you can see a dotted line that goes from there, and it heads towards what looks like 2 or 3 rocks that have, from different colored rocks that have kind of obviously collided under great stress and fused together to make this multicolored giant planet, like piece of a planetoid that's floating around. From there, you see a last few lines which lead to an X, which you assume indicates the base of Uriah Flint. So yeah, the map shows you where to go.
Oh, I'm just here to provide power. You people need to provide steering.
I'll fly us in. Broadcasting that we have important cargo.
This place is full of pirates. You probably don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, boss, I won't.
It's probably it's gonna take 2 flak rolls. One at 3, one at 4. As this gets more and more difficult, as you fly deeper into the rim.
Would I be able to add steady to this?
I would say yes, because you don't want to get crushed between rocks, and there's going to be small gaps.
Well, any words of encouragement, boss?
Don't fuck up.
I'll take your silence.
Well.
What's that?
I said technically I'm Snargle's boss as well, since I'm first mate.
Oh, that looks good. Lots of successes. So, Snargle, you just put this ship into gear, essentially, flying straight into the remnant. Huge rocks moving around as you kind of zip in between, different asteroids, up and under. And in the distance, you can see what looks like this large chunk of asteroid. It looks like a giant piece of crystal, this green crystal that's quite large. There are other meteorites like hitting it and bouncing off of it, but you seem to have made it to the first portion of the map. Roll again. This time difficulty of 4.
Any words of encouragement, boss?
Don't fuck up.
We succeed.
That was close. It's getting more difficult now. You're deeper into it. The meteorites and moving debris are far thicker, but bobbing and weaving between various pieces, going through some just before they're about to smash together, you're able to weave yourself through to the second asteroid that has that looks like it's been put together from multiple different materials: black, gold, copperish, gray. Flying past that, you actually then finally see a couple of asteroids in the distance that look like they've been chained together. They're these huge iron chains that hook them together. And it looks like they're acting as a barrier for a finally far smaller asteroid that's sitting in between all of them. And you can actually see this large ship parked within the asteroids there. It looks like you found the home of Uriah Flint.
I believe we have reached our destination. Please thank your stewardess for the flight. Everything went A-OK. Just a little bit of turbulence there.
What's a stewardess?
You'll find our stewardess is in the engineering area, handing out peanuts and soft drinks to the people doing the real work.
So, guys, are we just going to fly in?
Russian lady, I think he just called you a stewardess.
No, he called you stewardess.
No, he said...
this? I'll fight you for this.
Kel's like, okay, I'll be the stewardess.
Well, what can I say? The lady just choke slams people, so... I am a small man who steals things and does magic. I'll wear the pretty dress, I guess.
Okay. So you guys want to fly in?
I guess. I mean, I suppose we could just like stop.
We don't
the
have a
ship here.
radio, so
Quick, somebody get on the deck and start waving flags.
So if we just fly in here, is your prospective husband going to murder all of us?
Maybe.
She's like, I hope so.
After we deposit you or before we deposit?
I'm sure the chances are higher after.
And you actually do have a radio.
Do we?
Yep.
Huh.
That's
a
a
wireless
well-kept
mid-range multiband with signal mask.
Oh, there it is. Captain, you should probably hail the people and tell them that their delivery has arrived.
Let's hail the... Are we there yet?
Yep.
Just hailed him. Are we there yet?
Who is this? Who are you?
We have a delivery to Hurst, or whatever his face is. What's his
Uriah.
name? Oh, Uriah?
And what are you bringing him?
Lady
Yes.
Blackbird.
Lady Blackbird?
Who is Lady Blackbird?
Ask him.
Well, considering Lady Blackbird was a disguise name, I assume.
Well, she said that she
Yeah.
had informed him before she left that she was traveling under a pseudonym.
No, you're right. Oh my, no, throat.
Told us goblin dicks.
Suddenly, I tell you.
I'm
Suddenly,
not gonna say
you're
her
on the
name
radio.
like blatantly in the radio, like, people could be listening.
You suddenly hear on the radio, "What? My Natasha! Yes, land! Bring me my Natasha!
Oh, we're
I have not
fucked.
seen her in so long. I yearn for her booty."
Oh boy.
People see what
So-
you're in for.
You guys kind of pull into the station,
People's gonna get groped.
and as you're opening the door, you see this man who, a bear-sized human is the only way to really describe it. He stands head and shoulders above pretty much everyone in the area. Huge, giant, bushy beard. He has an eye patch, although it's not so much an eye patch as it is this metal plate that's been riveted to his left eye. And he's wearing this long, like, very fancy-looking captain's trenchy coat thing with epaulets and embroidery. He's like, "Natasha, where's my Natasha?"
Oh, hi!
It's all yours.
I look between the princess and him, and I say to the engineer, "She's gonna be walking funny."
I'm not there. I'm in the fucking... I'm in engineering.
I read
I'm so
it.
happy to see you, Natasha. Finally, we'll be together forever.
Yay.
She shoots him in the face.
Yay! Laser beams.
This is a coup.
Hey, I must say that thought did cross my mind.
Thank you so much for transporting her. How can I ever repay you, you fine gentlemen?
Cash money?
Shh, goblin.
Well,
I'm not
For
wrong.
bringing me the love of my life.
Lowball it so we don't get murdered.
we just take the price we was talking about and we'll just leave. We don't wanna burden you people with more trouble.
No, I insist. I must give you something. Like your deaths. No, I'm joking.
That would have been glorious.
Yes.
He gestures behind him, and you see his men carry out a small box. Maybe 3 or 4 hands in length. It's like a tiny chest, but they plonk it at your feet, Vance. And when you open it, you see it's full of
Space
full of
shekels.
yes, the silvery glimmer of space schmeckles. Well, this is a bonus.
This will do well. I thank you for this business. I hope you guys will be happy.
Good luck walking tomorrow, princess.
And that's how the goblin died.
And and that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. You successfully delivered Lady Blackbird to her long lost love, Rifland.
Yay.
Tried
Lady
out
Blackbird.
a different game system.
Lady Blackbird, the laconic princess.
What did you guys think? I know it's unusual, but yeah.
I think it's fine, actually.
I liked it, yeah.
It's a simplistic system. It's easy and nice.
Could be fun with a normal, like if everybody gens their own character.
Because it took me a while to like find my character, like most of the session. And
Yeah.
like, oh my glorious Russian accent again.
It was pretty
Again.
glorious, I won't lie. But any other thoughts?
I just like how the goblin was constantly racist until everybody started being racist back at him, and then he was like, "Why do people keep persecuting me?
And then I kept
Maybe because I'm a dick."
right. I thought that was hilarious. It's like it can't possibly be my own shortcomings. It's got to be due to human incompetence.
Has to be.
That was probably the best monologue I've ever done off the top of my head. It was glorious.
It was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
I had a lot of fun.
It's an interesting system.
I like it. I like that you can buy improved odds. Now, of course, I proved that you can have 20 dice and still all roll ones, but I was going to anyway.
Complain about the dice.
Yes.
Dice cards are disfavorable.
God,
The dice cards, if you complain too much, they don't show you any favor, and if you like beseech them too much, they won't show any favor either. Like the best thing you can do is just leave them be.
They're highly fickle, yes.
They're whimsical. Sometimes they giveth, sometimes they taketh away. Also, all the D6s, it was like playing Warhammer again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was like, I know exactly the amount of dice I need for every roll.
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. As I said, it was a different system.
It was great.
I liked it. I think it's pretty cool. I want to do D&D with this system.
Why couldn't you? I think you could.
You probably could if you set it in that world. Yeah, you could probably fudge it.
Nah,
Change things.
You would just need to adapt the character abilities. I think that it would actually be more fair this way and would give more flexibility to what kind of skills you can use, how often, and you can really get a scope for how
It could be pretty cool. Gives people pretty much freedom to try whatever they want, like magically, for example.
Yeah. Also, like if we played this more long term, the keys, like people here weren't really doing their keys as much.
I was. My guy was a smart ass, pretty much.
It allows you to use your keys, and then if you had played this, if you play a campaign with this, you actually have to role play to remove your keys if you want to change them, which is just interesting.
It's true. It's an interesting system. I think it's pretty cool. I like the simplicity of it, put it that way.
It is quite nice, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Big systems in general, so... Also, new Oglaf is out.
Ooh.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It is pretty amusing. Hippo, you were fairly quiet, though.